Hello, Internet, and welcome to Hearts of Stone. Thanks for joining us here on this lovely Saturday afternoon. We're even playing some more Blades in the Dark, and we are so excited for you to join us here today. We got the whole crew. We made it to the new year. Thanks for being here. We are going to get started here in a second. I know we got started a bit late here today, but we're working out some scheduling stuff before the stream. Speaking of scheduling, though, talk about what we've got going on the channel, just plugging and promoting everything that we do throughout the week. I believe our next regularly scheduled stream will be on Monday for Red Jenny, the Dragon Age TTRPG. If you missed last session, I won't spoil it for you, but some bad shit happened regarding some very bad rolls one of our character made. And you can get caught up on YouTube if you don't know what I'm talking about. Or join us on Monday and just come right in for the fallout of that and be pleasantly surprised. So yeah, come join us for that on Monday at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Otherwise, our schedule this next week is below our faces. If you're watching us live on Twitch, you can see everything we do here on the channel, the games we play, what systems we're running, when we play them, all that good stuff. If you want to see things we've done in the past, go over to our YouTube page. We've got thousands of hours of content for you to watch, all the TTRPGs and whatnot that we've done over the years. And as always, join our Discord. You can talk to us, see what we're chatting about, get up-to-date live schedule updates when we have to postpone games for travel plans or when we're announcing new streams and all that good stuff. We're still on the tail end of holidays, so our apologies for streams that did not get to happen this morning. But we will hopefully be back in the swing of things here soon. Speaking of which, I will go on, because we did decide this before the stream. We're probably going to have a couple little scheduling whoopsie daisies with Hearts of Stone. We're going to be rescheduling some makeup sessions during the week over the end of January. I believe we've decided on the 16th and the 30th we'll be doing some makeup streams. We'll announce those as we get closer with times and all that to remind you. But we will have some more travel, and I didn't want to have to go that long, go a month without playing this game and seeing all my lovely players. So that's it as far as announcements go. Let's go ahead and go around and introduce ourselves. I'm going to turn things over to my lovely pairs to tell us who they are, what they do on and off this channel, and who they're playing tonight, starting as always with Van.
That's me. Hi, I'm Van. You can find me on the internet at Van but Wilder, pretty much wherever you can find people on the internet. I'm on Mastodon, I am on Blue Sky, but mostly I am hanging out in the Discord and streaming on Twitch a few times a week, twice on Saturdays, once on Mondays, and once on Sunday nights over on twitch.tv/hackrecklessly. Tonight I am playing Glass, who is the Whisper.
And that's me. I am Christina Sid. You can find me on the internets at Greek Sid. I am here for the aforementioned Dragon Age game, where I had some processing to do all week. It was great though. Fucking watch it. Incredible stuff. Tonight I am playing Salome. Salome is our spider.
Hello, everybody. I'm RJ. You can catch me at RJustice282 on the socials most everywhere. Hey, special announcement on Monday. We're starting a 4E game over at Indoor Adventures. It's gonna be fun. There's gonna be cowboys and magic powers.
Not this Monday, next month.
Oh, I thought it was the 8th. What the fudge?
No.
You lied to me.
No, I didn't.
You lied to me! Next Monday. Wait. The 12th, right? 15th. I know my days of the week. I'll come back to talk about this later. I'm playing Fume today. He's the leech. Goodbye.
That just leaves me. Hi everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. I'm going to be playing as Grackle today. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on the internet. As Grackle, she is a hound. And you know who else is a cowboy? Everybody in the 4E game that I'm eventually going to run on the 15th. So come on down to Indoor Adventures and check that out.
DanaeKeener.com.
Wow. Got that one out before we even done talking.
I thought she was, and then
I
she
really
went.
was.
Okay,
Honestly.
I thought
It
you
just
were
sounded
going
like-
for the DayGamer.com, and so I had to get it beforehand. I'm sorry, I ruined everything. I'm gonna.
That's likely the next thing that would have come out of my mouth, or I would have just said yeah.
I'm muting myself now.
Hi everyone, I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown looking around the internet. I am here Saturdays and Mondays running games and playing in Strixhaven right now. I also playing a game over on LB Hackman's channel, which I think we're going to be finishing up tomorrow. The Alien RPG that Rachel's been running before we get back into our Playthings of the Gods show over there, which I'm super excited about.
And don't forget, if you're looking for them, the rebrand is complete.
Oh,
It's
right.
twitch.tv/hackrecklessly now.
Hack recklessly. I gotta start
Yeah.
using that instead. That was true. So yeah, go over there tomorrow for our finale, and then come back for more 5e stuff. I know Elby's been planning a lot because she's been messaging me about it a lot.
Same.
So, but today I am running this game. Are y'all ready to get started?
Send
No.
it.
All right. No. Okay. Let's take a minute and talk. Why can't we start? What's wrong, RJ?
I want to go into free play.
Okay. That's what we're about to do. So previously on Hearts of Stone, our crew, the Obedient Servants, successfully completed a prison break to save the life of Steiner, an assassin mentor / father figure for Grackle, another cowboy that y'all had to save. So you were successful in breaking Steiner out of the Iron Hook prison, causing just a lot of heat along the way. There were explosions and ghosts and gunfire and bodies and rooftop escapes and some really good gun fu, like John Wick style shit from Grackle, all culminating in a rather impressive escape from your cohort and the end of your score. We did all of our downtime, or all of our score resolution. You got a bunch of heat. I think you went up on wanted level. We did our downtime activities, which mostly involved y'all having to heal, de-stress a lot. And we got a lot of entanglements too that I'll recap here as well. Fume was successful in, along with Melvir, it's in a really cool scene, studying this crystal that you had taken from this strange, like highly advanced hull that you had fought a while back, and were able to learn some of the properties around this heartstone that was being used as the core for this hull. But Fume also learned that he was being haunted. Something happened, maybe with the procedure, maybe something earlier, and Fume was contacted by his brother, and had a little bit of a sad kind of moment there. Across town, Glass had gone for a night of debauchery and overindulged a bit, and was visited by their friend, a spirit named Nyrix, a possessor ghost, who helped Glass escape the clutches of the spirit wardens, which seem to have been looking for Glass for some reason. Probably not a good one. And Glass was able to escape arrest, or potentially worse, and fled back to the jewelry box. And along the way, we got our last little update as well. Glass picked up a newspaper, and it seemed that the council hearings for the the proposal that had been put forth for the Dustfall City Council regarding the treatment and the research or the legality of Heartstone transferal and research into this subject was granted, legalizing the motion, or I guess legitimizing the motion, but putting it under public purview, with the foundation of a ministry of Sparkcraft and whole creation, which would be headed up by a familiar face, as you saw the person that you all know as the Baron receiving the appointment of minister. And that's where we pick up here today. We're in free play, as RJ said. You've just received this news. We can either pick up in the fallout of this, if there's things that you want to talk about, which I assume there might be, or we can head off to other things that you all want to get up to.
Oh, yeah. Salome also revealed she knows Fume's
Right. That you had overheard that conversation with Lord Skurlock. Yes. Lord Skurlock.
So where do we want to begin?
Okay, above table, do we want to get into the rigmarole about the shit with the Baron that we need to take care of, or do we want to start setting up a job? I know we had mentioned we want to maybe take a high pay job, get some moolah, work on our tier.
Yeah.
Maybe hit up Red Sashes.
How much will it cost us to go up to tier 2?
That is a great question.
Because whatever the math is, we cut it in half.
Oh, okay. Then let me see. So I think it's under basics.
That's why we took a patron.
Advancement,
Yeah.
Because the whole thing with patron is when you advance your tier, it costs half the coin.
Maybe it's not there.
In case anyone at home thought we just all wanted a vampire sugar daddy.
I mean,
There was a real reason. There was a mechanical reason for him.
there was an addition,
Yeah.
a mechanical reason.
And it's because he'll pay for us to tier.
Yee.
Where were those rules on there?
I don't remember.
They might also be on the crew sheet, mayhaps?
That's why I asked you. Let me look. Tier. New tier times 8 coin.
Okay, so it would cost you. You'll be going up to tier 2, right?
Mhm.
16
So
divided
it would
by
be
2.
16.
This will be 8.
So it'd be 8.
8.
I was right! Woohoo!
Now. We have 8.
We do.
That would clean us out like it did last time. So we can do a job, get money.
Well,
tier
hold
up,
on.
have
Are
some
y'all
in the bank.
tier 2? Are y'all tier 1 week or tier
We're
1?
tier
Oh,
1
shoot.
week.
Yeah. Does that make a difference?
It does, because you would have to raise. You'd have to spend it to go to tier 1 strong. Hold on, let me try. I gotta find the.
Because I remember when we rolled over, our hold becomes weak, and then like we start at tier 2. So I think we need to get our hold to strong first.
Yeah, how do we do that?
Well, I think you pay for that. Well, I'm trying to get to that page. 44, I think is what it's saying.
So Grackle, how were the silencers I made for you?
Yeah, the faction game tier.
They worked great until I stopped using them.
Why in the world did you stop using them?
Okay.
Because I needed to get heat off of you.
Why didn't you just shoot the bell like we planned? Everyone would have stopped to look.
There wasn't time to do that yet.
Okay, so it's When you fill the track. All right, so development. Move up the ladder, develop your crew. You need rep. Oh, here's the thing. So you need 12 rep to fill. All right. This is what this is saying. When you complete a score, earn 2 rep. You need 12 rep to fill the rep tracker on your crew sheet. When you fill the tracker, do one of the following. If your hold is weak, it becomes strong. Reset your rep to 0. If your hold is strong, you can pay to increase the crew tier by 1. This costs coins equal to your...
So we need to do a job first to keep filling up our rep tracker.
Yeah, we need 4 more rep to
We
fill
need
it
4
up.
more rep to go to strong.
Yes.
And then we have to fill rep again in order to go up a
To
tier.
up a tier.
Yeah.
So
Got it.
we do
Okay.
need to do a job.
Okay.
I guess this is their way of like slowing down the progress because we could really shoot up the ranks.
Yeah. Okay.
It's,
So
it's 12 rep total on the tracker. We have 8 right now.
Okay. So we do need a job.
Yeah.
And potentially a high rep job. Obviously money would not hurt either.
Yeah,
Well-
the way you get... And rep is determined by the level of the crew that you're hitting to. The default is 2 rep per score, but that is increased by the tier of the crew that
You're hitting, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, how about this? We know the Baron's a scumbag, and that he has been recently appointed to office. Why don't we break into said office or his home and see if there's any dirt we can dig up on him, as well as some valuables that aren't nailed down. Unless we have some...
I forget, is Steiner still here?
Yep.
Y'all send Steiner on his way?
He's rooming with Cobb right now.
We're working.
He's not rooming with Cobb. He's
No,
not
he's
living
not.
in the...
We're working on setting him up with
New identity.
That's what the new
Yeah.
ID
Yeah.
clock is
So
for.
he's either chilling with us or with Melvir.
That's true. That's where we left him off last time, was you had
Yeah.
sent him to Melvir's, but we've had some time passage since then because we've already done all our downtime activities.
I feel
Okay.
like we might ask him to come because he does have a little bit more interaction with the Baron and all that info, so he might be useful in a conversation.
Okay. So do you all want him in on this conversation right now?
As long as Grackle's cool with it.
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Uh,
he's here to be useful. That's why we got him. Wink.
Then from the end of the table with his boots kicked up on the edge of it, he says, you want me to just go ahead and tell you why that's a bad idea, or are you going to figure that one out for yourself?
It might speed up the process, so by all means, please.
You'll die. I can go into more detail.
I think he might need it, so yes, please.
You're talking about hitting one of the most powerful people in this city. You don't just kind of crack open a window and slide in the side door.
It's worked before. And Fume is going to side-eye Grackle.
Why not just rob the Lord Governor while you're at it?
That's a good idea, Steiner. That's why we hired you.
Right.
I would have to agree with Steiner on this. The information that we do have on the Baron would suggest that he is not only highly connected, but highly protected.
He's not the kind of man that you can hit directly.
No, and he is also on the lookout for one of us.
So, indirectly then, Steiner, do you know who he plays with?
Grackle's gonna kind of give an eye to Salome. Like, maybe this is the time to pull out the list and make that public knowledge.
She'll very subtly nod.
Okay. Gosh, do you think we have like a literal list?
We
y'all have a
do?
red string board somewhere?
Do we have like a physical like
Grackle
list?
whistles and the Grackles come in with like a corkboard and red string start setting it up.
I think Salome absolutely. She'll nod then and say, if you'll excuse me for one moment. She will go into her rooms, She will move her very luxurious four-poster canopied bed over. She will go to a board in the wall behind it. She will swing it aside. She will go into a lavish locked box. She will remove the key for said locked box from her bosom, unlock it, and pull out her ledger, if you will. Do all that in reverse. Move the bed back, and bring it out. There are other means to hit an individual, such as the Baron, where it hurts. And we potentially have some options. Cool to just copy our targets from Venge Quest, friends? Cool.
Do it.
Got it.
Yeah, this has been made this pre-session 1.
So, yeah, she'll go through and give you all this information. For the audience at home, there are a couple well-connected peoples. Chief Hell Kerr is one. There's a Leviathan hunter captain named Theo. Is it Panzea or Panzea?
Panzea.
Panzea. Okay. Another familiar name, Mylera Clev, head of the Red Sashes. And last but not least, the Dimmer Sisters.
I got a question lore-wise. Like, is Leviathan hunting fairly similar to whale hunting?
If the whales hunted you back, yes.
Okay.
If they were all Moby Dick.
If there were
Yeah,
all
essentially,
orcas.
Leviathan hunting is just like, it is an upscaled whale hunting, because these things are like titanic creatures that only like parts of them will breach the surface at a time. Like, yeah, I mean, these Leviathan hunting ships are huge. Like, you're talking about like naval frigates. Like, these are massive like warships that are used to hunt these creatures and draw their blood.
So while Salome is going through the lengthy process that it takes to access this list, Grackle will speak up and say, everyone knows the best way to kill a snake is to take off its head. It's quick and it's clean. But we're not trying to kill a snake. It's more like a Leviathan. The process is a bit more prolonged. And it's a lot more painful. But trust me, he deserves it.
Caution where caution's due, but even a beheaded snake can bite back. Anyway, the list. Ooh, I recognize some of these names. Really?
So,
Y'all
do
want
have
to go over the stuff for the people at home so they're aware?
Yeah,
of
probably.
this?
Like,
Okay.
we are just going, ooh.
Ooh. Ah,
I was waiting for
see.
someone who had the list to actually read the names.
Did read their names.
I did read their names. I literally just read their
Yeah.
names.
Do we want to do descriptive? Because there's more to it.
Sure.
I don't know if we want to describe them more than the
Absolutely.
names.
Sure, I'll do it. Wings are stepped away.
She just said it.
Yeah. I meant
dream
more
that?
like.
So, Chief Hicks, the Baron, he gets bribes. lots of bribes
Yeah.
in exchange for lots of information about imports and exports in the night market. Captain Theo, gets lots of good financing from the Baron, and the Baron gets obviously a little percentage of that back. And this is probably one of his best sources of income is through Leviathan hunting. Mylera has provided the assistance of the Red Sashes for protection and enforcement. And really all Grackle knew about the Dimmer Sisters was that the Baron consulted with them frequently.
Which I have since confirmed.
Yes.
The case.
So, not sure if it's superstitious stuff or if it's something more concrete.
I have.
And
thoughts.
this is essentially the information that Grackle and Salome have been able to put together without your help so far, and have identified them as like key stones in like the Baron's operation. Like we either get in with them or we take them out, and he will be made vulnerable.
We were already trying to get in with the Red Sashes.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And that may be a great place to start given the info that we now have about the Red Sashes and their shenanigans around the deposement of the head of the Crows.
A question for you, Val.
Yes.
Because of the way Bertrand is there anything else I would know about the Baron that wouldn't be on this list? Being older than the rest of everyone here, assumedly.
Interesting. I mean, it does make sense that you might know more, but I guess it kind of depends. How long has Fume been in the know and like rubbed elbows with the kind of people that would have that kind of information?
Given most of his research is into Hullcraft and that Sparcraft area, he would have probably had to attend some functions with people, like if there were like Hullcraft conventions essentially, and like lectures and that sort of thing.
All right. Let's do
A fortune roll.
Yeah.
Double sixes.
Trying to say how many.
I went to dinner with him once. He's allergic to peanuts. Let's invent a butter made out of peanuts and send it to him.
Where exactly are we going to get peanuts?
I know a guy.
I'll give you
Very
2 dice on
specific
this.
allergy in this world
Oh,
of
shiz.
eels and mushrooms.
Oh my god.
Damn it. I roll so
Hell
well
yeah.
in a game that I
It's a
so
6.
rarely roll in. Okay. With a 6. You would know the first time you heard the name the Baron, or you heard that title, or I mean, y'all know his name now too. Like I don't. We actually haven't talked about that, but you have a newspaper article with his name. We don't have to keep calling him the Baron
The
necessarily.
Baron's cool though.
It is cool. Lord John Meriden is the full name. The first time you heard his name was probably around maybe about 20 years ago. 15, 20 years ago, somewhere around there. The first time you heard this of Meriden, he is not a established lord, like not a
He's not old money.
Not old money, new money. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Has obtained the title of lordship through industry and work within the city. Is not somebody who inherited the title. Does a lot of work in Night Market, which is kind of the Night Market is the like up and coming district, is like the new money district of town, where you have like White Crown is very much the like. I mean, that's where the Lord Governor's Manor is. Those are the people that have been in their families have been in Dustfall since its founding. They've been titled landowners for generations. The lords or the people of Night Market tend to be like you said, like industrial merchant, like the merchant kings of Dustfall that have kind of climbed their way to the top. Lord Meriden is one of these people, if not like the prime example of someone who has undercut and chased out as much competition as possible within his business domain, mostly in like manufacturing, and most recently in like whole development. I think you've probably worked with him most, or you probably were most familiar, is like the components that his factories manufactured were some of the key components in like Sparkcraft for a long time. And he kind of cornered the market in that regard, and it now is situated to not only cornered it but owns the market.
He essentially made interchangeable parts.
He privatized it and put himself in charge of it. Or no, he privated he then privatized he took it. He monopolized it, and then he made it a state-run institution that now he is in charge of. So
way to double dip.
Yeah, no, I mean he is quadruple dipping at this point. Like,
that's a bloody foul.
Yeah, he not only owns the companies or owns the factories that produce the components, but now he owns he is the head of the ministry, which will now purchase these components.
And he also writes the laws regarding them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's literally just funneling government money directly back into his business.
Yeah.
Well, if it's still functional, and I think it is, there should be a manufacturing facility off in Night Market. Bit of sabotage there might hurt the Baron in the pocket a bit, given that he now runs production and manufacturing and the laws regarding hullcraft. But it could be a job for a later date.
This is some Blackwater bullshit. And I hate it.
It's not as simple as just hitting him where it hurts. We also have to be discreet.
So, no spectacular rescue events.
No shooting our names into walls.
Really, no direct fingerprints on any of these activities that put these things into motion.
Well, let me get my belt sander and we can take care of that problem. Right. Well, let's start small then.
As I've said, the best way to hit someone hardest is in their pocketbook. I feel, at the very least, we have a good start with the information we have on Mylera and the Sashes. So, let's hit him where it hurts. I think we need to have a conversation with Theo.
Fun. Exciting. Tea party. Neutral grounds, I suppose.
Theo does have a penchant for a particular line of work. He hasn't visited in a while, but Glass, you might remember him.
Oh, vaguely.
Maybe it's time to send him a coupon.
Or perhaps a house call.
Perhaps.
Residential. No explosives. Got it. All right.
What do we feel about Glass making contact with the Baron directly?
Do you think it's a good idea?
I think it poses several advantages and several disadvantages.
Puts Glass at significant risk.
That would be one of the biggest disadvantages, yes.
We're not sending Glass in alone, are we?
The more people we send with, the more faces that can be recognized.
And as Glass is the only one to have had any direct contact with the Baron at this point, that may be the safest bet.
Ironically, Glass might be safest going in alone.
What do you think, Glass?
Oh, I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
I've already offered. Just sort of waiting on everyone to come around.
No, everyone was talking like you weren't here in the room, and I just wanted to confirm that you were okay with everyone.
We do have a
planning.
tendency to do that, and maybe at one of our, Sunday meetings, we can discuss this sort of. I don't know. It's my accent, really. I just have a tendency to discuss people as if they're not in the room.
No,
Right.
it's it. All right, well, if you're fine with it, fine. I could.
Yes, then I can pretend I'm a ghost.
Ooh.
It's good practice. Anyway. Of course, we need to be very particular about setting up that meeting, time, place, all that, but...
Anything
did
you
offer.
want me? Excuse me.
Well, the Baron does already know, it seems, that you work for Skurlark. Perhaps, if we don't want to schedule an official meeting, you could create an artificial accidental run-in at the Dim Sisters again, perhaps, with Lord Skurlark's assistance?
Is Lord Skurlark throwing any parties?
He's not really a social being.
It would be a shame, all of those rich
He could
pockets.
cater, he'd do it all, and he'd still be able to be like the host with most and talk to people. I honestly don't know how he does it.
Could ask.
Little opportunity to go rifling around some pockets. Just saying.
That would be quite the coup. The great Lord Skurlark, hermit that he is, throwing a party for the city's elite. Damn, that would be the ticket of the century.
In celebration of your coming office, to the Baron a party.
Just a thought.
And then we can station Grackle somewhere on a rooftop overlooking all of the stained glass windows.
Or something.
Knowing him, he's going to have his own snipers.
Would it be in poor taste to have you perform during the party glass? Little
Perform what?
seances?
Oh. Not the fun ones. Never mind. I was having a very different thought.
I have caught up to that train of thoughts, you dirty bird.
It's my profession. Just a networking opportunity.
You're a lot more than just your body.
I suppose we could do something like that. Probably have to rig up a few things to make it less mortally terrifying, but it's not difficult to do.
I mean, if you don't want to upset the spirit wardens, we could whip up something together. A little ectoplasmic charge in a jar that takes the shape of a vaguely humanoid figure.
Actually, I do know someone. I'll make a couple of calls.
I heard about one of them seances. Turns out they were just cracking their fingers and toes.
It's pretty incredible what you can convince people is supernatural under candlelight.
I've had that run in too, and not in the way you think.
I just stretch my arms out a little too far. People think I'm possessed. Especially once you've mastered the eyes fully rolling back into your head.
Oh yeah, it's quite effective.
Which job am I talking about? You'll never know. I like these ideas, though. I think they're fun and exciting.
All right.
What? You gave me a look. Do I not seem excited?
Honestly, sometimes it is hard to tell.
I think this group just has something wrong with, like, intonation.
I have nothing wrong with it. I just expect people to pay me for it now.
I was always
I
I was always told I had a tone problem.
I have the opposite. I'm told I have very loud facial expressions.
You do.
That's Sid talking, by the way. I had a flight attendant tell me that on my way back from the holidays. It was extremely, extremely entertaining.
I'm also talking about just myself.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
have devolved into vamping. We need to
Yeah,
discuss
yeah.
this
We need to
out of
actually decide
character.
something. Yeah, sorry.
Was that the singularity?
All right, well, what do we want to do? The party sounds like a lot of fun,
It does sound like a lot of fun.
but could potentially pull a lot of heat. I don't know. I could see it working in two different ways. I can see it being very like covert, but I could also see it going wrong and then pulling so much heat
I
in
think
the
that's
worst way.
going to be the case for any of this.
I guess so.
I think it's
guess you're
all.
right.
I think we've reached the point of if we're gonna fuck around and find out with the Baron, it's either gonna be awesome or it's gonna go extremely poorly.
Okay. Well then what's our end goal? What do we want to do next in like the broad scheme, like in making plans and such?
Well,
We need money.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we need some more money.
We need rep.
We need rep.
So
And hopefully
What's-
we can tie those around with jobs that make the Baron's life more difficult.
okay. So we need money. We need rep. Maybe we try to mess with one of we need to start like we need to come up with a name for the underlings that were our targets. Maybe we go for somebody on the list and try and get some money out of that.
All right.
Do we want to look into taking a job with the Sashes to ingratiate ourselves and maybe figure out the best way to sabotage with the info we have?
Because then we'd also
Okay.
get paid.
And we
I
can
could
get
see
along
paid.
the
that.
way.
Get paid, do a job with the Sashes. I'm up for that.
See what else we can glean.
And then like, yeah, let's get paid. Let's look for information. Those are our priorities right now.
Okay. So, talk to Sashes and maybe reach out to Theo.
Yeah, I think Theo is on the horizon. Like for sure we're gonna have to deal with Theo because he's like the Baron's most consistent source of income. If
Although
we
maybe not for long with what he has set up now, so.
You're right. If we detach Theo before he can really get established in his role now, that'll hurt him.
Yeah.
All right.
What do we want to do?
I
with
mean,
it?
if there's one thing we know about Hullcraft is that it takes a long time.
Yeah. What do we want to do with Theo?
That's a good question. I feel like we don't know enough about him yet.
Because we could just kill him.
We could.
Could get called a new roommate.
We 100% made this list as a list of people to kill.
Or a list of people to introduce Cobb to. Come on, the prison's right there.
It would be a lot easier to convince people that these guys were responsible for the shit that we've done.
So, what is your throwing a lot of things around? It sounds like we're still not at the point where you all have an idea what you want to do as a job yet, but you
I think
are
reach out
looking
to the Red
around.
Sashes. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we
fair.
want to reach out to the Red Sashes. They kind of had that offer on the table of like, hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, and say, hey, we're
Essentially,
we have an
like-
opening this weekend. Did you
Yeah.
need someone robbed or
Mhm.
open for business. What do you need?
put a little like lemonade stand outside?
And Neil walked up to a lemonade stand and he said to the man,
Queue is empty. Commission's open.
Hey,
Mhm.
got any
Mm.
grapes?
Okay.
I need crimes.
So it sounds like we're still in free play though. So because y'all are going to go to them and then see what's available and then decide if you want to do a job with them or not. So is there anything else? This sounds like a big meeting that you maybe the last thing you do in free play. Is there anything anybody else wanted to do beforehand?
I mean, I can just we can have Theo over and I can get him real liquored up and see if he'll spill beans on anything.
Yeah.
I don't hate that.
Nah.
Is Theo one of the NPCs that we've established that visits the jewelry box before?
We established that he used to, but he may have moved on to another place. And I had discussed with Jade, like, I think literally first episode,
Yeah.
about maybe trying to get him back around.
Maybe what we need to do is make our place like super swanky and like the best, like the hottest place in town, and then get rid of the place that he goes to normally.
Now, see, that's fun and a
Yes.
job.
And a job.
That is. Holy shit.
Wanna
Did we just create a
run-
job?
We want to run somebody else out of business with
Did we just
ghosts,
create a job?
maybe?
Holy shit. That was fast. All right, yes. Okay, GM, that's our job.
I mean, if that's where y'all want to go, we could definitely do that.
That sounds
y'all
fun.
have proven very good at running people out of business at this point.
Yeah,
You've
it's
done it,
kind
like,
of one of our
twice.
things.
Yeah.
We're the baddies.
Yeah.
And it
Yes.
doesn't draw too much attention from the people we don't want attention from.
Not necessarily. I guess it just depends on who runs said establishment.
I hope it's somebody super shitty. Make them.
I really hope they're really shitty because I'm gonna feel real bad.
Make them like that Hooters manager for that one episode of Undercover Boss.
Yes, please.
Don't give him a family.
No,
Don't give him a family. Make
all
him
time-
like make
time
the
for me to go
workers
home
eat
and
beans
kill
with
my
their
family.
hands or
Ew,
whatever
I
that
hate
guy
him.
was doing.
He's got a mullet.
Y'all
And
are
a
just
mustache.
asking me for to make the nicest business owners.
People working there have like healthcare, dental.
Well,
They
once
eat things other than
once we're
mushrooms.
the only nice place on the block, they can come work for us.
We're gonna need to expand a bit.
Hey, maybe we just put them on our payroll.
Just
They're like, hey,
open
you're doing
earlier.
great.
Is
Add
there
another shift.
something? Yeah, I was about to say, is there a what do you call it?
Oh, what?
Is there something mechanical that we could maybe take as like a?
Hunting grounds.
There are a number of
Informants.
As turf?
there's a number of claims that we could take that would count as that, I think. Hold on, let me recall where exactly we put that. Did I pin it? I did. All right. Yeah, tavern, gambling den. What do we have right now?
We have gambling den and covert drops.
Cool.
So we could head over to tavern, which gives us an extra dice to
Tavern was
consort and
high on our
sway.
priority. That was like number 2 on priority.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
informants is right there too, which is extra dice for gathering info for scores. But I think tavern is probably the one that makes
The most sense for this particular job.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it sounds like we might need to do a little bit of gather information first.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Which I get extra dice on. Where's that
I was clicking on
move?
some stuff and I just got the trailer again for this. You know when you first came in and get into Multiverse?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it
There's
plays
like
the little
the Dust
trailer.
Hall trailer. I just got that again for absolutely no reason other than I was clicking into a new window. That's how long it's probably been since I've messed around with some of the functions here.
Oh, this is great. My resolve is solid right now, y'all. I have 2 pips in everything but a tune where I have 0, because of course I have 0.
I've got 4.
Nice.
Okay.
In a tune? Yes. Okay,
that
so
goes
if I
to
use
Sway.
my Yes, you are. If I do the weaving the web, I get that +1 die to consort when I gather info for a target on a score.
Okay, so you're just like going to some contacts to see like who's hurt. Like you haven't seen the Captain Panzia around for a while, wondering where he might be, kind of putting out some feelers to what he's doing while he's on shore
Yeah,
leave.
where is that?
Sure.
Okay. So this is 2 + 1 is 3. Okay, that's a 5.
Okay. All right. Give you on a 5 gather information. Let me see. Where is the gather information shit? So I think what you find on a 5, you spend some time reaching out to other proprietors in Silkshore to see if they've seen the captain lately. Obviously, we're fussing around with the timeline here a little bit, but we'll say that his ship is currently in Dustville. That I don't know where we even left off on in the chronology here of what day it was. So we were in Ulsavet. when we started. God, it's probably been a month or two at this point, I would imagine, if not longer. So we'll say we're getting into like LSR right now, which is like beginning of winter. Leviathan hunting season is, I believe, in the spring. This is stuff I haven't had to look at in a while. I'm only finding this out to see like what kind of time period we're working at here. Yeah, I'll figure it out later. Let's say for right now, we're reaching the end of the shore leave for Leviathan hunters. We're getting into winter, gearing up for like the last 2 months before the season begins again in earnest, nearing the end of the year. So the Leviathan hunting captains have been in port for some time. The temperature is dropping. It is, people are kind of like hunkering down for the winter. You find that it's not uncommon for a lot of usually like Leviathan hunting captains are not just like, captains of Leviathan hunting ships are some of the most important people in Dustfall. Like these are usually members of esteemed families, or they are wealthy entrepreneurs. Maybe not not at the highest echelons of society, but they are near that level. So it's pretty easy to track down somebody like Captain Panzia, who would be the captain of one of the biggest ships in Duskfall. It's not uncommon for them to have some side ventures, some investments as well. And what you find is that the captain has been spending less time in Silkshore. It's almost been unseen in Silkshore for several months now, because he's been pouring a lot of money into a new investment. Specifically, in Night Market has been investing in Freen's hound races. There is a hound racing track that has started there, owned by a man named Vreen. He's been working at getting this business up and running for a while, and has taken in a lot of investment, been seeing little on returns for this business. So that is where you are. He has been seen spending a lot of time, as he's been one of the biggest investors in this business.
Huh.
I'm sorry, could he get any more stereotypical?
No, doesn't appear so. Does this mean we have to go into dog racing? I don't really think that's a good, diversification for us.
It's not really a good look. No, I think
Eel racing.
I think we have to
Yeah,
free
dude.
all the hounds. I think we have a Free Willy situation on our hands.
Are dogs in this world? Do dogs exist?
Yeah.
Apparently.
I guess they'd have to. There's an entire class named after them.
Mm-hmm.
that would be strange.
The hell's a hound? Leeches also exist in this world, apparently, so...
Oh, you know all the Duskfall water has leeches in it.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the tiny eels?
Oh, no.
Hounds are like eels with legs.
Oh, everything is just eels.
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 Just like everything's mushrooms.
It's all,
Everything's
yeah,
eels.
it's all either eels or mushrooms.
Birds are fake.
Eels with wings.
Eels with wings. Naturally. All right, so get him out of this horribly basic business idea. Free some poor pups, and get him back to his old activities.
All right.
Works for me.
Whatever you say, Miss Salome.
So how are we going to do this? We're going to try to like put them out of business, or are we going to try to like put them out of business?
I happen to like animals.
I do as well.
They're all right.
Grackle and about 10 other Grackles look at Fume.
Those birds aren't animals, they are family.
Good save. Good save.
It's very sweet. It's the same thing we say about you.
Really?
All right. So this is, I guess that's exactly as Glass said. Is this like a social sabotage situation? Like,
Or are we gonna set all the dogs free and blow up a dog track?
yeah.
Depends on how you want to do it.
Or is this haunting and then being shut down and being taken over thing gonna become our trademark? Is this our new pull the fire alarm?
I'm gonna summon some ghost dogs.
We can't afford to pull any more heat.
That's coward talk.
No, we really shouldn't.
No.
We should
I don't
try
think
to.
we should try not to blow anything up. I
We
think.
should try to keep it on the down low.
So maybe this is more of a social? Maybe we're figuring out where these investors are coming from and kind of sabotaging that?
All right.
Maybe we poach these investors.
Ooh, I like
Maybe-
that.
Maybe we trick these investors into investing in a different tavern, a better tavern with blackjack and hookers. And it turns out it's the exact same tavern, but only when we run it.
Yes.
I like this plan.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Good idea, Salome.
All opposed, and Grackles, you do not count in the vote. All right.
Did you just tell members of our family they can't vote?
They're too young.
Oh, please. They're
You
more
don't
mature
know
than
any
you'll ever
better.
be.
They're
Otherwise,
all at least 18 by Grackle years.
Grackle wins every vote because
All the
Grackle's
birds.
way over.
Grackle has 22 votes. Bare minimum.
It's the only reason why they're not allowed to vote is because they all just look at Grackle and do whatever she does.
The gerrymandering in this place has gotten out of control.
It's wild. We're going to talk about you not taking credit for your... All right. Later.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
All right. So... I think some schmoozing with both this... What was the name of the guy trying to set up the hound? Is a V?
He's referred to as Master Vreen.
Vreen.
He
Okay.
sounds like his skin
Master Ben
just
Vereen, got
naturally
it.
produces a like crude oil.
Ugh, Vreen.
Green.
Green sounds like a lotion, you know?
Yeah.
That's gotta be a bad dude. There's no way that is a nice person.
Keep saying that, and then we're gonna be put into this moral conundrum.
No, I refuse to think that at their core, anybody who starts a fucking dog track is a nice person. No.
Truth.
No.
Truth.
What if it's like super ethical and the dogs get to rest and stuff?
Nope. Nope.
The dogs are unionized.
There is no dog racing and horse racing both. There is absolutely no way to do it 100% ethically, and I will die on that hill.
Unless these are sentient dogs.
Who have contracts?
They all negotiate.
They're all
have
actually
agents
werewolves.
and negotiate
and
their own contracts.
Even though they're agents. Okay. If that's the case,
Just a bunch of dudes in dog suits.
that's not a dog track. That's the furry Olympics.
It's a furry Olympics, yes.
And that's
And
different.
that I would invest
That
in,
we should-
100%.
If he's
like, we need to take that
We know
over.
it's not that because he said he's not getting a good return on investment.
Yep. So we can knock that off.
There's
Yeah,
no way
that's-
that like half of Duskwall aren't furries.
Totally.
So, it sounds like we're
And
just careening into a
90%
job
eel
right
sonas.
now. So I guess we're gonna
Yes.
go ahead and get set up for another score. So let's do that.
Do that, chat. Tell us about your eel sonas in
Maybe
chat.
that's your
Yes,
eel
please.
sona.
Shout out your Ilsona.
Real soda. All right. So, let's just jump right in then.
Woo.
Planning and engagement.
Woo.
We'll move into
Very
let's see.
excited.
Okay. So what is the method of assault? What's the detail?
Is this negotiate, bargain, or persuade? Or is this is lure, trick, and manipulate? This is a deception, isn't it?
Sounds about. We're not
That's-
blowing anything up, so I'm gonna just be here for laughs.
I mean, I think it could go either way.
It is interesting that we could possibly have a job that is bargaining. That is interesting to me. Something that we should keep in mind for later.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, I mean, we are sort of trying to lure them away with manipulation.
I mean, we're not exactly being truthful, right? We're not.
Unless we are just going to go in full stop and be like, hey, we know you're investing in this business. Ours is better. Let's make a deal. If we're going to be more shady about it, then I think it's a deception. If we're just
Okay.
going to like take them to the bargaining table and throw another big party at Lord Skurlock's house.
Well, I got a question. Is our business better? Like, is it legitimately a better investment?
I mean, it is for us.
I mean, yes.
The jewelry box is a little dingy still. It's
Mhm.
improved since episode 1, but it's still a little dingy. We do have the gambling den.
We're up and coming entrepreneurs who are looking for a little adventure capital.
Did you say adventure capital?
Did I? Probably.
That was good. Adventure
I
capital.
Hope you did,
That's
'cause it was
great.
a really cool thing to say.
Yeah,
Thanks.
that was awesome.
It's like
I just bought it as a thing that you
I
say.
was like, yes, we're playing tabletop games. It's adventure capital.
I think it's venture capital.
It
but
is
adventure
venture capital, but I like adventure.
Adventure
capital.
capital is top notch, though.
That's what I'm calling this.
Sometimes I miss parslings and then the words come out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we could spin it either way.
I guess that is the crux of the question. Like, do we legitimately think that we can convince people,
Well-
again, legitimately, that our brothel and our gambling den are
Here's the other
the
thing I'll
top-notch
say.
options?
How above board do we want these negotiations to be?
Oh yeah, some shady backroom dealings.
Because if
versus,
like we're just out there in public, like, hey, we're poaching all of your money,
Yeah, we're
that's
gonna
gonna
take some
look
serious
bad for
heat.
us. As much as I think as we could do it, I mean, people are gonna know that's what's happening. If we're like, if we're trying to be legit about it.
It's up to y'all. If you want more information, you could someone can do another gather information if they want to.
Yeah, let's do that. I think we need more.
Yeah.
We're hemming and hawing over this too much. We need more information.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Who wants to?
Not me.
What is that?
I can't-
Again, gather information can be any role. It doesn't have
Ooh.
to be something specifically. You just have to explain to me how you are getting the information you're looking for.
Mhm.
Could
So I just ask you how you gather information. You tell me to do it, and then we do a roll.
What information do we need? What do we want to know?
It sounds like you want to know more about this business.
Like the business in general, yeah.
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 Are there tax documents available anywhere, like public record? I could study them.
Yeah.
I can also
most
just go
com-
prowl around.
True.
Yeah, I mean the examples that they give in the book for gathering information, like most common are like surveying or studying to learn more about a scenario. Prowling might be one. It gives an example there too, or it says you might have to maneuver yourself in position before you gather information. For example, you might have to prowl to a guided hiding space first, and then study the cultists where they perform their dark ritual. It just depends. So is somebody going to the business? I guess the fiction first. What is somebody like going there to scope around? Let's not think about the stats. Let's think about what your character wants to do.
If Glass is gonna go skulk around, I think Fume will tag along as backup.
Okay.
So, like, if in case Glass needs a distraction to get out of a sticky situation, Fume can like just dump something into a trash bin and make it spontaneously combust.
Yeah. You could do that. Do you want to so if y'all are going together, do you want to do a group roll for the two of you?
Sure. I have points in prowl, so I could be sneaky as well.
I have 3.
I have 2.
That's on you then.
Oh, it's the lowest, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, each PC who's involved makes an action roll using the same action, and the team counts the single best result of the overall effort for everyone who rolled.
Okay.
However, the person leading the action takes 1 stretch for everyone that takes 1 to 3. So if it's just the two of you, then one of you leads, and the other one, but both of you roll. We take the highest result from the two of you, but if one of you fails, the person who's leading takes stress.
Let me lead because my stress is 0 right now.
Okay.
Since I overindulged.
Prowl. Effect is going to be risky standard.
Yeah, just risky standard on this one. Storm normal.
What'd you get?
A 6.
I got a 6 as well.
Damn. All right. So 6 total.
Wait, did we take the thing where we can take the both 6s for joint rolls? Did we take that? We didn't take that, did we?
I don't remember. Hang on.
It's the crew thing, right?
No, we took the entanglements thing instead.
Okay, no, that's fine.
It's when you roll entanglements, roll twice to keep the one you want. When you reduce
God,
heat,
that would have
take
been
an
a
extra
critical
die.
success. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
It's okay. It's okay. It's still a success. Still a success. We're good. Just want to make sure.
We should
Okay.
take that at some point, though.
Yeah, we should.
So the two of you head to the night market to check out Vereen's hound races. I don't think y'all have been. We haven't really done much of night market, so I'll give a little description of the night market area. It's a lot different than Silkshire and some of the other districts we've been in. Electric lights in a riot of colors advertise the market stalls of the vendors. You pass several devout acolytes that bow in silent prayer at the statues to the Night Queen, the district's adopted forgotten god. The city's elite, hidden behind masks, slip into the underground to partake in strange pleasures in the private clubs. The streets are multi-level wooden platforms and boardwalks, landscape parks of petrified trees from the Deathlands. There are high-class suburban avenues, and most of the business, or most of Night Market, are these wooden market stalls, underground stone shops and clubs. A lot of the city is built underground. There is a lot of new construction as you're coming through here too. Newly constructed private townhouses for the Night Market elites. Those are above ground, but most of the business and everything are these either wooden stalls or underground shops. You head towards the center of the of Night Market, towards where Vereen's hound races are, and yeah, at the center of the district is this kind of this hexagonal structure with this wooden facade around the perimeter of it. You hear cheering and barking and crowds inside as you push into the hound race tracks. It's modestly packed right now, like middle of the day. As you slip inside, it's kind of like, it looks kind of similar setup to a modern day like horse or dog race, like racing track, where the track is at the center of the facility, in this circular shape, where you have these stands surrounding it where people sitting are placing bets. There are stalls where the proprietors or the customers to the hound races place their bets before the sounding bell goes off and the dogs race in this across this track. A lot of like these neon signs, like advertising Vereen's hound races around the outside of this large building, advertise it as like the premier hound racing track in the Imperium. There's a lot of advertising going into just like how high end this place is, and like as you're moving, as you walk inside, there are like gilded lights and light fixtures and the hum of these electro plasmic cylinders that illuminate the track in bright colors. You see the dogs that race are these beautifully colored, like exotic looking animals that are kind of lumbering through or sprinting around the track. A lot of though it is not necessarily packed like wall to wall here right now, there's a steady turnout. A lot of, I would say, you're looking at a lot of like fairly well dressed, looks like business folk, maybe not like upper crust. You're not looking like at the at nobility, but the people here look like they have money to burn. So you're able to slip inside, though I think we're setting up for the actual gather information. What is the stat that y'all would like to use for this? Like a study, a survey?
I have study.
Fume?
Sorry, what was that?
Is there so you and Glass have made it inside? Is there who's doing the gather information right now? Who wants to assist? Like, how are y'all doing this? Is there a like, are you just keeping an eye out, kind of looking around the place? Are y'all talking with people? I kind of assumed that y'all would be doing a study or survey, but
Yeah, I would probably go for a study, just like find a high enough point and lean against the railing and just making sure to keep a mark on any of the employees to see like if there's a back room they go into to do dealings and whatever.
So Glass, did you say you had study or you had survey?
Study.
So you both have study, or Okay. So we can either do it as another group roll, or y'all can do or one of you can do a roll and the other person can assist, or one person can just do the roll.
I've got a tune study.
I also have 2.
You want to do a group roll to see if we don't double 6 again?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Who's gonna lead it?
I'll take the lead on this one.
Okay.
Okay.
It's only fair. All right.
I rolled double 6s.
That's great.
Okay. So you get it. You crit, but Fume will take a stress.
Point stress.
Yeah.
Look at him
big
go.
Big crowds, big crowds, big crowds.
All right.
So wow, with critical success, you get a lot of information then. I was just doing this as a risky standard. That's why I didn't say what
Sure.
it was. The two of you spend a couple hours here. I imagine just kind of like sitting in the sitting in the bleachers, watching the races and keeping an eye on what is, kind of like what the vibe is for this place.
Vibe check.
Yeah. Here's what I'll tell you at first. You notice several times you see a group will come out from, there's like some like overlook like box seating kind of around the upper levels of the stands, and you see a couple times a man come out into those like towards the railing, smoking a rather large, like ornate gold embossed pipe. He is wearing a very finely cut, though poorly tailored suit, like a very nice like dark kind of velvet red suit, but it looks like kind of baggy on him almost. You see a flash of like golden rings underneath. He's wearing a lot of jewelry, and has a very kind of well, he has the bearing of somebody who probably is you gather this is probably Master Vreen from what you're observing, because he comes out a few times, always with a different group of people. He'll like walk up, they'll have like a conversation over a couple of the races, and then head back inside, and then like 45 minutes later he'll be out with another group of people.
Okay, he's networking.
Yeah. But you catch eyes on Master Vreen. And you also notice a couple of other things while you're kind of gathering information here. And though you're like initially you're overwhelmed by the senses of like the bright lights, the colorful animals, the rich atmosphere. The longer you stay here, the more you realize everything just feels kind of cheap. You notice some flaking from the gilding on some of the light fixtures that's kind of worn off. Clearly it is just like gilded steel without, that has not been well kept. The seats, though they are padded and to be more like comfortable on the bleachers, they're very thin and kind of worn. A lot of like, you can see some of the light fixtures don't even match. Like everything here seems like at first glance seems very nice, very extravagant, but the longer you look at it, the closer you look, the cheaper everything is, and you gather that just from sitting here and kind of observing. So that's kind of the biggest kind of point of information you get. Everything, there's a lot of effort that seems to be put in to make this place look nice without actually spending the money to make it actually nice.
Well, I've already spotted several violations.
Man's a fake. Suit doesn't even fit.
I see our interests are divergent in this, but we can ascertain that, yes, nothing here is what they seem.
Right. So a man who desperately wants to be rich will spend a lot of money making people think he is.
What are the odds that we can trick him into signing away this place? Offer him some ridiculous sum of money and just never pay for it?
He doesn't strike me as the type to sign anything over. I get the impression he likes to be seen. However, I wonder if his investors know the quality of the work he's putting into this place. If he's misusing their money.
Embezzlement. What a scandal.
He's only making the place seem nice. But if he's got a Leviathan hunting captain and more investing in this place, it should be nicer, right?
Right. And also in the grand scheme of things, maybe things could be a little worse, if you know what I mean.
Well, if we can make it
Want some-
obvious.
We're like off somewhere, like in a corner, just talking to each other. Do you want to summon a ghost?
No.
We have to be responsible here.
Wow!
No.
Wow!
Someone's gonna catch
First
on.
time!
So
First
someone's gonna know it's us.
No.
Eventually, they're gonna
We
be
need to
Fume pulls
mark this moment. This is the first time in all games that Glass has been offered to summon a ghost, and they said no.
I have
Fume
to
pulls
say
out
no.
a knife. Who are you and what did you do with my friend?
Has
I can
Glass
be
shared with the others the spirit ward and stuff either?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
Wanted to make sure. So
Trying not to get
gather
arrested
information.
and put to death.
True.
We'll pull back from this now before we get too much into like planning or anything, because we that is a lot of information that you now have that might help you in deciding what you want the detail of your plan to be. So you're all still thinking deception or social or something else?
Well, if the place is actually shit, this might just be a social.
I think we just have to... I think we should play this as he's probably embezzling a bunch of money
Let's get some
from
proof.
his investors. Let's either prove it or make it look that way.
I like it.
Yeah.
The framework's already there.
So for social, for negotiate, bargaining, or persuading, the detail is the social connection.
So we'd have to figure out who his biggest investors are. Well, Theo,
What is it
we
for
know.
Deception. The method of deception.
So is your target for this Captain Panzea to approach and negotiate, bargain, or persuade him, or is your plan to approach Master Vreen? Like, who's the target for your job?
That's true. We could either go to Theo and try to work with him to help him figure out that this place is shit, or do we want to put in FaceTime and pose ourselves as investors and then figure it out, get the word out that it's shit, and have all his other investors
Let it go
be.
under by itself and then poach them. So we're not directly just poaching.
My only worry is like the FaceTime around it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put in FaceTime with somebody.
Yeah, but we already know Theo, at least
True.
tangentially.
True.
Are we gonna be making snarky comments about like, oh look, the upholstery here is messy. I wonder what they're doing if they're not doing upkeep.
Hey, at least we're bold-faced with the fact that we're a dingy joint, so, you know.
Look, everyone, I've made an autonomous cleaning room unit. I call it a Roomba.
What sounds like more fun? Going the Theo route or
I'm-
posing as investors?
I think it would be really funny to bring Tio into this and kind of just nudge them into the direction of, hey, maybe they're embezzling because we know, but Theo doesn't.
Or, I mean, we do a good old B&E. Just get proof that it's
Yeah.
happening and then take it to him.
Yeah,
What's gonna bring the least amount of attention to us? Like, what's
probably
gonna be
not the B&E then.
Well,
I mean,
if B&E
only if
goes
nothing
well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If B&E goes well, they never know. Who
Yeah,
knows
we-
where we got the info from?
historically we've been good with B&E. Like, get in, get out, nose is clean.
Do him like we did Cobb.
Sure.
But with less ghosts.
But with less
Less
ghosts.
ghosts.
If we must.
Okay, so it sounds like y'all are almost changing this to a stealth mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
doing what we're known for.
One of these
For
days we'll
once.
do a social one.
One of
That's
these days.
I think that one is coming down the pike very shortly.
Yeah.
Okay, so stealth mission.
Robbery
the
is one of our favorite operations.
It
The
is.
detail needs to be then, what's your point of infiltration?
Um,
How's their security?
I can't imagine they're being paid very well.
Yeah, there is a security staff around the facility, like some bodyguards and poorly tailored suits, like big, muscly, like ex Iron Hook convicts. that
How?
are-
Oh, okay. I'm like, how recently X? Um,
but it looks like maybe some moonlighting, blue coats. They don't have this is not the most high-end security you have dealt with at this point.
Got it. Is this one of those things that like has like a list to choose from, or is it open-ended, our approach, our point of entry?
Be on
No, it's
stealth.
really just kind of like keeping it more general. Are you going to be like sneaking in under the cover of night? Are you going to try to pass as patrons and use kind of the using the activity of the day as cover? Are you pretending to be dog racing repair men?
We're dog race inspectors.
Dog race inspectors.
Yeah, you dog racing inspectors.
I think it would be a good idea for us to do it during a race, because where's everyone's eyes during a race?
Exactly.
especially
Not
if he's
us.
especially if he's going round and about with a bunch of investors during that time. He's not going to be in his office. Yeah, I like that.
So
Because otherwise, we're gonna have to contend with a bunch of bored dogs.
Yeah.
then we'll say point of infiltration will be using using races as distraction. How about that?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Then a couple more things. Item loadouts.
Oh yeah.
What decide on your load. Bear in mind that you are going to be in a busy, kind of crowded area.
And
you
also
also
that
get
we
the
have
free
two.
load. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe this is the one where we finally go light.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go light.
I am gonna go late too.
Like.
We
Alright.
also get to do like we get like 2 extra load, right?
Yes, we have 2
Yes.
free.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
First 2 are free.
Now I'm going to go ahead and do the engagement roll, and then we'll take our break while I figure out.
And we get a +1 to that from my weaving the web.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, we have so much cool stuff now.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
for sheer luck. You get one
Competent.
for your.
You
for
also have to
Salome's
re-roll
ability.
and then take the highest.
Wait, what?
Don't we have a thing for engagement rolls where
That's
the
on
DM has to...
entangle.
That's
Entanglement.
That's
Entanglement.
Less,
entanglement.
yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
Hold the phone.
Oh, I also need to check because I always forget to do this. I'm checking for night market whether there's a feature here that will affect your +1 to acquire asset.
Keep
Here,
seeking missiles.
nothing in the night market. There are a
Ghost
couple of
dogs.
districts which take away dice from your engagement rolls, but this is
Shit.
not one of them. Okay, so one for Sherlock, one from Salome. Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
No.
I don't think this is
No,
really
this
that
is what
bold.
we
This is
do.
pretty simple.
Yeah.
This is pretty
Uh,
standard.
And on the
Yep.
same note, is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors? I don't think so.
Not really.
So
Nope.
no dice.
We're just gonna
to or
walk in, see
from.
what we can take, and walk out.
Yeah.
Whatever
does
is not
this-
nailed down.
Does this plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? I'll give you all die for that.
I would
Yeah,
based on
depending on if they're actually embezzling, then yes.
yeah, based on that read we got. on
And
him, I
his
think.
vanity of just sort of wandering around with investors and
Yeah.
leaving everything. Yeah.
Well, what if he's just some bumbling idiot, though?
Listen, you put your wealth on display, people are gonna try to take it.
Yep.
What if he really thinks he's got something here?
Too bad.
I mean, he might. Who knows? We'll find out. So I'll give you the die for the vulnerability. Are they strongest against this approach, or has any particular defenses? Not gonna. I don't think so. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation? You don't really utilize any contacts here.
Lord Skurlock, would you like to go to the dog races?
I don't think he's particularly interested.
Lord Skurlock, would you like to go to the library? There's something in the night market called Comic Con.
Oh no.
Are any enemies or rivals interfering with this operation? Oh, I gotta check something here real quick.
Hold on, let me just check something. Oh god.
Y'all have pissed off a lot of people at this point.
So true. Maybe
Aren't we
should've
scamps?
we sure are. Maybe we should have considered doing some damage control.
Nah.
I actually think y'all did increase. You did do some damage control earlier and got yourself out of near warfare with, was it the Hive?
That is true.
Interesting. Okay. You are still at -2 with the ink rakes, but I don't think this is really their turf.
Gonna be honest, totally forgot about them.
Yeah, me too.
Could be. I don't know. Do they cover the dog races?
We'd give them extra coverage. Are you kidding me? Like, that'd be a great
Yeah.
story.
Oh man.
Oh my god. This
Oh,
is how
man.
we get in with the ink rakes by just becoming their informants.
Two
Yeah,
birds.
like there are paparazzi, and we just let them know we're gonna do shit.
Yeah, 2 birds, 1 stone. We get this information. We take it to Theo. We say, we're coming to you first. Pull out now. And then we take it to the newspapers.
Oh!
That's
yes!
good stuff.
I
That's
like the
good
way
stuff.
you think.
Mea culpa, ink rakes. We know we fucked with some of your shit.
But here's a great
Here's an olive branch.
exclusive.
Exclusive story, baby.
It's juicy. It's ready.
All right, I think we're
It's
gonna go with 3
mom's
dice.
spaghetti.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
Anyway, that's our next. That'll be free
Love
play
it.
time.
Yeah, baby.
Yo!
All right, that is a 6. All right,
Come
get
on.
yourself
We're
in your control
back.
position when the
We're
action
back,
starts.
baby!
We're back.
Nice and light work.
All
Back
right.
Better than ever.
So, with all of that set up, before we jump into it, let's go ahead and take our break here.
All right.
So thank everyone out there for watching. We're gonna go ahead and do this job, this nice, easy breezy job. Once we get back, we recommend you go rest up and get some water, a snack, whatever you might need right now before we return. We're gonna do the same, and we will see you back here real soon. So stay tuned. And welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us while we took our break. We're gonna go ahead and jump right back in. I think I need some better music. Is this the one I want to go with? Yeah, let's go with this. A little jazzy. So after some investigating, setup, the obedient servants have set their sights on a new gig. We cut back to Vreen's hound races. It is a forget the fucking names of the week here on this.
Midweek, end of week, beginning of week.
Weekdays. It is. What is it? Is that the? Yeah, I guess it is Dust Day.
I'm expecting some like Steven Soderbergh, like underneath like timelines and then like cut screens. Like this
Yeah.
is what this music is doing for me right now.
Yeah, that's kind of where I want to go with. So the days of the week are Market Day, Home Day, Commission Day, Requiem, Dust Day, and Carillion? Carillon.
Spell it.
Corlon.
Carillon.
Carillon?
Carillon?
I think it's pronounced Coraline.
Always.
Perfect.
Oh,
It's
Carolyn.
the end of the fucking week.
Bum, bum, bum.
Good time.
That's all you can do. We're gonna
Caroline?
Yeah. The racetracks is packed here today. You have dozens and dozens of workers, the new class of elites here within Night Market, packed within the stalls, yelling and cheering and cursing their luck as the hounds they bet on pant running around the track. You find yourselves nestled within this crowd, having observed your quarry for some time. You've seen Master Vreen a few times come over the balcony of his luxury booth on the upper floors, the other upper platforms of this of the of the stadium. It is wall to wall with people right now, a perfect setup for you to slip into the crowds undetected. There have been several races already. Many of the patrons here are deep within their cups, having lost or gained a fair bit of coin in the evening already. You've seen the guards, these like I said, this eclectic group of identically dressed security guards as they make their way on a fairly identical routine a couple of them occasionally heading to the betting windows to collect their the bets that have been placed, collecting these large like security boxes of coin before they head back to some of the stairwells that lead to the subterranean area of the facility where it seems the dogs and the money are kept between the races. You've, as I said, you've caught eyes on Vreen already. You've noticed a few high-end clientele accompanying him up on the balconies. You haven't seen Captain Theo tonight, which may work out in your favor, but or at least keeping him away from your current escapades. What would you like to do?
I have a question.
Sure.
What did everyone wear?
Ugh.
How are we playing this? I need to know a character I'm playing.
I guess the question is, what is actually going to blend in more? Looking high society or looking like folks here to bet on some races?
It mostly here are people that look like they either are high society, or again, high society. We're not talking about like the upper crust of like genuine nobility. These are the wealthy people, not of noble descent here. So the you either
This is your
a lot
industry people, right?
Yeah, a lot of
It's
new
industry,
money
yeah.
people. People are. I mean, think of like derby races. Like these are people that are dressed nice, whether they can afford to or not.
Got it. Do you have drip in mind, Glass, already?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
I need to know how we're approaching it. Because I can do a real sneaky look, or I can do a real arm candy look.
Go arm candy.
Okay.
Fume has busted out all of his clothes that are not chemically stained, so he does actually look pretty nice. It's like a tweed vest, long sleeve shirt with like a blazer over top. Think like Peaky Blinders, essentially.
Yes.
Give it to me.
Yeah, I think Glass is doing a real arm candy. I think is like super tight, like is the bottom half is still like very stealthy, just in case. It's just like super tight, like black leather pants, like high, like big, like knee high boots. But then the shirt is like the V is so deep that it's like really unconscionable. For
So
most
deep, it's a
outfits.
vest.
It's basically a vest, and it's like sort of like like tucked in, like it's very like casual chic, and I think is like will sort of be like sticking with Salome, and it's like a half arm candy, half like here's the product I'm selling situation. I'm the product.
Yeah, I'm the product, if that wasn't clear.
What's in your pants? Stealth.
I'm the samples.
Oh, God. I
have a
think
bunch of
Salome...
pens.
Is it Costco?
I have a bunch of pens that say, I was thinking more like pharmaceutical sales, but
Okay.
I have a bunch of pens that say the jewelry box on them.
Naturally. Oh, no, matchbooks.
Matchbooks. Yeah.
I think Salome went sort of like a faux rococo almost, just like deep sweetheart neckline, full sleeves, beautiful like vine embroidery on the outer skirts, this deep sort of cerulean blue, and then the inner skirts are this lovely emerald green with like a ruffled little collar that also showcases the very bright ruby heartstone that she's got sitting here. Yeah. And Fascinator, obviously, because we're at races. Naturally.
I'm gonna say that Grackle is dressed up the way that you dress up a bodyguard when you're going someplace fancy. So like not drawing attention to myself, but like
Dark suit.
yeah, like in dressed nicely enough that like, I don't
Dressed to
stand out
kill.
because I'm dressed terribly, but like dressed like down enough that like I'm not the center of attention. Like look at the other ones, not me. I'm just
Look over there.
kind
Look
of
over there.
here.
Like
Yeah,
the,
look over there.
like the Disney "Don't Look at Me" green.
Yeah, the go away green.
Yeah, the go away green.
Yeah. I
Come
imagine there's like a 3-piece suit situation.
Yeah.
It's just more Peaky Blinders, honestly.
Yes.
Coming into this, could I say that Fume also has like one of those cigarette cases that are just filled with some cigarettes that have been laced with dream dust?
Yes.
Ooh.
So like people get the sample of a matchbook and a cigarette.
I love that.
We're also here to do some advertising.
We're also here to network, apparently.
Yeah,
so-
apparently.
Listen, it was a thought that I had.
I love it. I fucking love it.
We might have to.
Ideally, the idea is to eventually poach these investors. So, hey,
Maybe we could post some
Let's get a head
customers.
start.
yeah.
And it's not even poaching customers. They're two completely different businesses. I'm just saying we wanted to make some money. Maybe we'll make some extra money.
Love
Love
it.
it.
Before we sell him out to the newspapers.
All right. So, where y'all can kind of decide. I have y'all kind of like in the crowd here. You fully made it in the facility, kind of like intermingled yourself within the crowd. Maybe gotten some drinks as cover. You've gotten an eye on kind of where the money is going. What are y'all doing? What's your action? What's your move?
Offices.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have an idea of where
Where the bookkeeping is done.
Yeah. Where is it? I said it as a joke, and now Ben Vereen is stuck in my head, and I apologize.
See, I keep going to Neil Breen.
The name one more time, and I will say it 8 times and get it in my head.
Master Vreen.
Vreen. Thank you. Vreen. Tangerine Vreen. Got it.
Neil Breen.
Neil Breen.
My phone goes breen breen.
I picked it up and said yellow.
Y'all would have to, I guess, decide whether you want to do that. I mean, that's something you could do in a flashback to say that you've scoped out the place and figured out about where it would be, or you could start poking around.
I mean, could that even, take a flashback? Could that have even been information that Glass and Fume got when
That's
they
what I
scoped
was
out the
gonna
place
ask,
initially?
Yeah, if we do it as a flashback.
Okay.
I'll do it. I have
Okay.
literally no stress right now. I'll do it.
Let's go with a it'll be a 1 stress flashback.
Alright.
So what did Glass do?
I think when they were getting ready to leave, sort of in all the hubbub between like the changeover and like a new race starting and everything, I think just probably slipped into the crowd and just was like keeping eyes on like where anybody who's like in charge of like the paperwork, bookkeeping, like any like bookie or anything, like trying to keep eyes out for them and kind of follow them down into maybe where an office would be.
Okay. Let's do a roll. This will be
Can I prowl?
it sounds more like a study or a survey or
I
something.
can study too.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Let's go with as far as difficulties for this go. I think this is a pretty Easy action. Position is controlled. Effect is standard.
Okay. I rolled 2 6s.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a picture of them.
So the effect would be great in that case. So you learn a couple of things. Just watching the movement. A lot of there are several like stairways, like passageways that lead down beneath the facility. Some they bring like I said, there are like kennels down there where the dogs are being kept. The ones that are brought in from the owners for these races. It seems like both the owners and the dogs are the only ones that are allowed down there. That also appears to be where, like, though you aren't able to go down there on your own, that seems to be where they're taking the money or like the winnings for this that are being collected at the counters. However, you don't tend to see Vreen going down there very often. He does most of his business up at that owner's box that you've seen him at most of the evenings. He doesn't seem to leave very frequently. However, he does, over the course of like your observing during the time you spent there, you do see him leave once. You notice there's a bit of like some sort of altercation that happens near like the other side of the stands. Maybe just like a drunk patron that gets in a bit of a fight or something. Maybe try to take some money from somebody. It's not quite clear exactly what happened, but he's taken by the bouncers. By these guards or security, and is taken downstairs. And shortly after, Vreen excuses himself from the booth, and you see him also make his way downstairs. It's one of the only times you ever see him leave. Potentially, but you don't see when you see Vreen going over any paperwork with anybody. It seems like that is probably being contained up in his like owner's suite up that way.
Okay, good to know.
So not everything seems to be kept in one place.
Okay, I'll relay that to everyone.
Is this perhaps a splitting up situation? If you're going downstairs.
Really, it depends on what we want to do.
They're keeping the money and everything downstairs. Seems the dogs are also kennelled down there, and maybe a holding tank. Something for patrons the master wants to speak to. But I think he's keeping all his papers up. Close to the vest.
Literally or figuratively?
Potentially both. Who knows what he's hiding under that oversized coat.
Shame.
I doubt
All
it.
right.
No man that wears that many rings has any modicum of shame in his body.
I think I have my quote for tonight.
The quote sheet!
Ah, crap!
Quote sheet! Somebody make a Google Doc right now so I can always forget to put things on it until the end of the session. So... potentially try to get downstairs, see what he's keeping down there, or... anything he wants kept close is going to be in his suite, though.
Let's hedge our bets. Suite first. Paperwork. and then see if we can get any interesting tidbits downstairs.
Oh, interest payments.
Let's go up. Sound good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
how?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the there is security as far as you can tell. So you have the general kind of public area where the stands are. To get up into the private, because there's multiple like private boxes up there. There is security there. It's not like heavy security. It's pretty light, maybe like 1 or 2 guards at each of the stairwells that are leading up that stay on post to make sure that non-VIPs aren't wandering up that way unless they have a ticket. And there also seems to be private security in Vreen's booth that you've clocked at least 2, if not more, guards that are in his booth at all times.
Maybe the first move is to lift a ticket.
Yeah.
It's not a bad play.
Yeah, I like that play.
Too.
Okay. So maybe clocking you look around for any VIPs that might be wandering their way out of the booths or down into the kind of public area. I'm just gonna roll a fortune roll to see if anyone comes down. Roll 2 dice. 1 and a 3. You notice between the races, you don't see a lot of them will place their bets with attendees up. Most don't come down to place their bets themselves. You do see one person that seems to be coming down pretty frequently to place his own bets. Either doesn't trust his money with the attendants upstairs, or just wants to get some fresh air. But he has come down a couple of times, but just the one.
And that's the mock. Above board, how's everyone's finesse?
That's 2.
Same.
I got a 1.
I have nothing.
All right.
Maybe this is a glass play?
Yeah, unless you want to group roll it, and oh my god, oh no, I've run into you on accident. Oh no, glass is taking
yeah.
things out of your pocket.
Yeah, more than one person.
But you don't
Honestly,
know
everyone
because there's
needs
a beautiful
to, but
woman in your face.
Yeah,
two
me
people
and
could
Glass
run a
want to
play on
double play it?
You want to double team him?
I guess we're double teaming him.
All right.
All right. So yeah, let's do a finesse with the 2 of you.
Wait,
Who's leading?
I only have 1 stress, so either one of us is fine. I'll do it.
Okay.
I
It's
got
like
it.
I don't care.
I will be decisive. I'll do it. Okay, there we go.
Okay, we'll do this. This is going to be a risky standard.
Oh, baby.
6.
6. I rolled a 5 and a 6. These
6
Dice
1.
are hot.
I'm never rolling
6,
any other
1.
d6s ever again.
Easy. So the 2 of you approach this.
Oh, we've done this a million times.
This gentleman
is
as he's going to place his
a
bet.
racket.
You've seen him tuck his ticket into his jacket pocket, and he moves over to place his bet at the counter as the 2 of you approach.
Wait, real quick. Yeah. Real names, fake names.
Fake names. So,
God.
and then I bet we even just have a name for this. Like, is this just the whoopsie do? Like, we just
Whoopsie doo.
like I don't know.
Whoopsie doo.
For such a malicious group of people, the name of Whoopsie Doo really makes me happy.
I like it.
I thought it was wholesome. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I like it. I think we can keep it.
But not the whoopsie daisy. That does.
Yeah.
That's a completely different
That's
thing. That requires
so
at least
different.
6 people.
And involves like at least 1 murder.
Yeah. And one
no.
trained animal. At least 1 trained animal.
The murder is the whoopsie die.
So,
Don't even get me
this guy has
started on
placed
the
his bet.
Skinamarink.
He turns back around from the counter and begins heading back towards the stairs when the two of you approach.
Am I doing the accidental run in, or does Glass want to do the accidental run
You
in?
do the accidental run in. I'll do the oh my god, are you okay?
Got it.
Grab and take.
I think just turning with a glass of wine in one hand and going forward as if to gesture to someone far away and just run directly into this man.
Just clothesline.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so terribly
Are you
sorry,
alright?
sir.
I'm fine. Just thought you were walking.
Of course, I have apparently a little further into my cups than I anticipated. My sincerest apologies. Are you enjoying the races so far? Please let me buy you a drink as an apology.
I just
Again.
look like I'm vaguely concerned and my patron is drunk and I'm trying my best.
Right. It's really no bother. I must be back upstairs.
Please, I insist. At least feel free. You don't need to imbibe and enjoy yourself with us, just as an apology. I promise I have far more agility when I don't have one of these in my hand.
All right. Fine.
Thank you. Really, it's you're doing me a favor to assuage my bruised dignity here. Oh, what would you like?
Just a whiskey neat will be fine.
Absolutely.
Off by the bar, Fume and Grackle are standing around, and Fume has word for word replicated what Salome has said.
And Grackle goes, what's our money here? Like, do we have money here?
Coin.
Like,
Coin.
what's our just coin? Yeah.
Coin, yeah.
Yeah, all right. 5 coin says it's a whiskey neat.
Someone has to say yes. All right, you're on. I say he's more of a Scotch kind of guy.
I think
Whiskey
Salome. I think Salome will, after
Banana
Banana bread. After significantly, after just the look of you got it, then Abernat, do you mind grabbing the gentleman whiskey neat? Thank you.
5 coin, she said Abernath as the name.
You're on.
Wandering to the bar going, I already thought we'd move past Abernath into something more.
Just like rolls eyes.
I have to mention
passes
20 on
coin.
the brain. The junior year's coming out. That's just where my brain went. It almost became Abernathy. That seemed too much. So
Really thought I was more like, smooth. But all right. It's probably just stuck in my
Grackle.
head at this point.
Grackle and Fume have been passing the same 5 coin back and forth for
yep.
The last
I go up to
3
the bar
years.
directly
Yeah.
next to Fume and Grackle, and I go, whiskey, neat, please. But I don't look at them.
You get your drink coin exchanged and then return to sender as you give the man his drink, and he gives a nod. Thank you, and heads back to the heads towards the stairs as the two of you dip off into the
Bye.
crowd. And just in time to see him begin to kind of fumble at his jacket looking for his ticket.
So yeah, wait until that minor kerfuffle, goes down, and then take the ticket with my attendants, and we'll go upstairs.
Well, the ticket's 1 per person.
Oh,
dang
shit!
it.
That's why you failed on it. So I rolled a 3 on it. So you only got
Yeah,
1
we
ticket.
only have the one.
All right.
How do we
Who's got
talk our
the-
way out of this one?
Or who's got the better? Who do we send? I don't know, into the offices? Are we doing a solo mission here?
I think we'll have to.
Who's got the
Okay.
best prowl?
Mine's at 3.
1.
Duh.
2.
Yes, Guess we're tapping glass again.
I brought a costume change just in case. Do I have to do a flashback for that?
No, you got it. You got it.
I mean, what is your costume? I guess it depends on the nature of it.
Do you have subterfuge supplies?
I have several things actually that I could.
Yeah.
Depends if you're trying to like disguise yourself as a guard or something.
No, I was just gonna look fancier and different enough that man's not like, hey.
Well, that
yo.
man's probably going to a different box. Than,
that's
than
true.
The
Yeah,
one
that's
you'd
true.
be going to. Bear in
No,
mind, like I
you know
said,
what?
there is
I
going to
look
be
nice.
security upstairs that you would also have to get past to get into Vreen's.
No, you know what? I'm gonna not think about it. I'm gonna go up there and
Okay.
see what happens. I'll pull gear
Okay.
if I need it.
So
Unless
Glass,
anybody else wants to go.
No, I think you're probably the best bet going
right.
unseen. So,
All right. Glass takes the ticket.
Fluff the
You
hair a
flash it
little
at the guard at the base of the stairs, who lets you pass without issue. And you head up the steps, which circle once, and you arrive on a platform that kind of follows the hexagonal shape of this racetrack around to where Vreen's booths are. While Glass is doing that, what is everyone downstairs doing?
Well, we just split the party.
we did. So, do we maybe head downstairs?
It worked out so great for y'all last time. Grackle,
You
go ahead and start
know-
shooting some people.
It has worked before, though.
It has
Just to be clear.
before.
It has,
It has worked
especially if
before.
we're doing like a stealth mission. Why don't you guys go downstairs and try and get whatever you can, and then Grackle can stay on ground floor and provide
Back up for glass if necessary.
or whoever needs it. Because like stay like
In between the
equidistant for both
floors.
parties, and
Mhm.
then like go support whoever needs it.
Alrighty.
My dear, turning to Salome, I believe there might be some sort of room that we can peruse downstairs, where they keep most of the winnings.
Sounds fascinating to me.
We should really double check that count, yes?
Absolutely.
We.
How are y'all planning
Grackle
on
goes
getting-
and orders a whiskey neat.
And gives herself 5 coin.
Grackle posts up at the bar to keep an eye on if shit starts to go wrong. Fume and Salome, what is your plan for trying to get down to the lower levels?
Okay. How many guards posted going down to the lower levels?
Like I'd say at each of the entrances, which they're probably like I think to get down to the lower levels, there are 3 different entrances. There's the one that the dogs are brought through with their owners, like near the edge of the track. There are 2 others, one on each side of the facility near the betting windows. The doors there are guarded pretty much at all times by 2 guards each.
I have. Oh, would it be?
Who have we seen? Is Vreen the only one that's been bringing the winnings back and forth, or is it someone else?
No, there have been guards that essentially every hour or so, a guard will come up from downstairs, collect one of the strong boxes, and take it back down. or they'll come up with an empty box or a counted box, and they'll head back down with the
They're changing out
earnings
cash
so
drawers,
far.
essentially.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah, that's the best way to put it. The only other time that you've seen anyone other than the owners that are going down from the kennels, the only other time you've seen somebody get brought down there is when they are being like detained.
I have funny. Do you trust me?
You should never say yes to that question when RJ asks it.
The problem is the answer usually is yes.
I'm noting that I am getting XP in this exact moment for holding strong to her beliefs and her core way of operating.
Bad timing. My food is here, so discuss a little bit longer.
So you just switch to glass?
We can switch to glass for now.
She does
So-
sigh heavily, though.
Fume
and
looks
go,
over and asks, "Would you trust me?" And we smash cut away to glass as you're coming around this corridor. And you've passed a couple of rooms. There aren't guards at every box, but as you come around another, like I said, it's a hexagonal building, so it's like a shallow corner. You see two guards posted outside of the door that you believe leads into Vereen's viewing area.
And he does have guards.
Yeah, there are guards that are posted here, and you do know there are probably a couple more inside.
Is he
You
in
can hear
there
the-
right now? Do I know where he is?
Based on everything you've observed so far, you have not seen him leave. He's probably still in there.
Probably still in there. Okay.
Unless something crazy has happened in the time you were walking up the stairs, and he went down the opposite direction, he'd still be in there.
Ooh. I just thought of a great lie I could tell. To get in. Ah, jeez. I just don't know how I would get out. That seems like a problem for future me.
I was about to say, that's what flashbacks are for.
Are there, so how, like, because I was walking down, like, the hallway, like, how close are the boxes together, I guess? Is there a room that's, like, directly adjacent to his?
Oh yeah, there'd be a room on either side, and the balconies are only separated by probably like a railing. And I think like a baseball stadium, like the balconies just have like a railing between them and maybe like a foot of space.
Okay. So in theory, I could do a creep. Ah, but he's in there. This is hard.
Yeah.
It's hard being by myself. Jeez. Okay. I want to hitman this.
Throw a muffin at the first guard.
Yeah.
Where are you going to find a fish to throw at his head?
I throw a fish and then I throw a muffin at the other one. No, I think I'm going to... Because if it's just him, I think I can take him. No, I'm gonna... Oh, man. I kind of want to do a flashback. And I want to see if maybe Fume could have whipped up some, like... some like just like a noisemaker or something, but something that is on like a timer.
Fume invents a briefcase that, when thrown, will slowly start rotating towards the target, but will keep chasing them regardless of how far they run.
I want
And then
something I
never
can
aware
like.
of it.
I
want
thought you were going to
something
go
I, like-
full Ocean's 12 and ask Fume to come up with some insane pheromone or some bullshit.
No. All I want is something that I can like put in a closet down the hall that will make a bunch of noise that will make his guards be like, "Oh shit, gotta check it out."
This flashback consists of Fume reaching into a drawer and handing you like a line of firecrackers.
You know, that'll work.
I don't really need to reinvent the wheel on this one.
Remind me to tell you about the time my dad did a really epic prank on my mom with firecrackers and she never forgave him.
Remind me to tell you the story about how my dad nearly blew up somebody's house with some fireworks.
Okay, dad stories later.
Dad stories later. So the you want to do a flashback to say that you prepared some sort of like noisemaker, you know, like some firecrackers to. Okay.
Something
so
I can
what I'll
sort of,
say
like-
is we'll do a one stress flashback, and I'll say you spend a load.
I'll take it. Okay. So that'll be one of my 2 free ones.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just before I slip into maybe one of the like less or unguarded booths that's next door, just kind of flick one of them down the hall, or like into like the door of a storage closet or something, and just wait.
Okay. I'm going to do 2 rolls right now, 2 fortune rolls. I'm going to do 1 fortune roll for whether this room you're slipping into is empty.
Okay.
And I'm going to do another fortune roll for if how many of the guards go and check out the noise.
I'm really focused on the ones that are outside the door, but
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Which if both of them go or just one of them goes. So let's let me roll for if this room is empty. I'm gonna roll 2 dice. You want high?
that's
Okay.
fine. That's a 3.
And then I'm gonna roll.
So the room is not empty.
The room is not empty. And then I'm gonna roll 2 more dice for the guards. Mixed success. So one of them goes. So you light this, toss it down the hall, slip into the room. You hear a pop come from outside in the hall, and you begin to hear some noise of like one of the guards' footsteps like coming towards the door, like they're gonna come past it. However, as you slip into the room, you turn your attention towards the room you've just stepped into, and you see currently there's a few people sitting on like out on the balcony that are like watching the races as you hear one of the bells sound in the distance, and you can hear barking. In the like kind of lounge area here, currently like removing his jacket and setting it to the side, kind of like wiping sweat from his brow and looking really frustrated as he downs the rest of his whiskey. You see the same man that you saw downstairs, that you stole your ticket from, and he looks and he sees you and he goes,
Oh my goodness, there you are.
"You're the one that... Do you have my ticket?
You're what? I'm sorry.
I bumped into you and I lost my ticket.
Yes, no, that's actually
What
why
are
they...
you even doing in here?"
Well, that's what I was trying to say. I was looking for you. My mistress felt so bad about spilling that wine on your shirt. She wanted me to offer to have it cleaned or pay for having it cleaned. Listen, I'm sorry. She's kind of a lot, okay? I worked really hard to get up here to talk to you about your shirt being clean so I wouldn't be fired. Can you please just humor me for a second?
Go ahead and roll. Let's do a sway roll. I'm gonna call this a desperate standard action.
That's okay.
Snag that XP.
6.
You rolled a 6 again? How does this keep happening? Not double 6s, just
No,
one
just
6.
the one.
Okay.
I swear
if
to
we got
God.
another crit, I would have been fuming.
No, Fume's right there.
I swear.
He like, you can see the color like rising in his cheeks, and he looks at like staring at you and looking down at his jacket with wine stains on it.
Listen,
And
I'm sorry. I know it's a lot, and I know you don't want to be bothered, but At least if I can say I've talked to you, she'll believe me.
Fine. Just... Well, it's ruined anyway. Take the jacket.
You're a fucking lifesaver, man. Thank you so much.
He moves across the room and takes a slip of paper and writes an address on it and hands it. Just have it returned here.
Of course. Again, thank you so much. I literally owe you my job.
And next time, knock. Don't just walk in. We've paid for this private booth.
Sorry.
You can't just walk in here.
All right, I'm sorry. You know, it's been kind of a rough day. It's not an excuse. It's just an explanation. I'm really sorry.
Right. Okay, you can go.
Okay. And as that guard is going down the hall,
Okay, you take the jacket and slide out of the room, heading towards Freen's.
the lone guard that I now have to
There's one
convince.
guard there.
I hope this ups my chances. Because I'm about
We'll
to tell a
see.
big lie.
We're gonna cut downstairs before we get to that, though, to Fume, who has just asked Salome, "Do you trust me?"
There is a pregnant pause.
In all matters desperate, I am quite reliable.
Yes.
Excellent. Stand there and look pretty. Oh, you're already doing it. You'll like walk off.
That's very...
He's going to approach the guards.
Okay.
To go down towards the kennels. Sorry, gentlemen, a moment of your time.
Right, you can't come down here. If you need help, go to one of the ticket windows. They'll help you out there.
Well, listen, could you do me a solid? I have just gotten a little in over my head with a noble, and I told her that I own one of the dogs downstairs. I have coin, but please, I really, really need this to pan out.
This is
The two
bro
of them.
code stuff. Come on, dude.
The two of them look at each other. Okay.
He'll motion over his
This
shoulder to
cannot
Salome.
cannot be the first time that they have encountered this exact situation.
Yeah.
This
In
happens
this
at
one,
least once a night.
We're just pulling out the
least.
classics for this
All
one.
right. So this roll, probably a sway roll. Okay.
It's not like
I'm
a bro,
gonna say-
Can
like a bro
I-
code roll, like a vibe.
This is a risky 0 effect. You're spending coin to increase the effect.
Yes.
Can I assist with one of my freebie assists because I look so damn regal and pretty in the corner?
Okay. Do you want to assist to increase the effect or give additional die? Because right now, if Fume spends, like I said, it's risky, no effect. If
And I'm spending a coin to make it risky limited.
risky limited.
Okay.
If you want to get it up to a standard or a great effect, like this is just going to depend on like
Give
the
me
degree.
the die, I'm going to push myself.
Okay.
Okay. So you give an additional die to sway.
What is the
So
help?
go
Like,
ahead
are the
and hit-
titties just so like more out now, or
Oh, the titties are there. That nice sweetheart neckline, just like neck held high, glass, just sort of looking serenely around.
no? I'm not there.
Great.
Okay, so go ahead and click on the assist
Oh yes, assist
to
teammate.
give the additional roll, additional die, and then you're pushing yourself for another die or for
To make it standard.
to make it standard.
How
Okay.
do I remove? Guess I'll just clear.
I might have to restart it. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
That's okay. Just make sure you take your stress back, because it might have just marked you for another stress, Salome.
Oh, thank you.
Sway.
And then,
And
yeah, so we'll call this risky standard.
Here we go. Bad. Bad.
Okay.
Shit.
That's a 2.
The universe has to balance us out some way.
Yeah. He, you hand him, he goes, and says, all right, let me see the coin.
You'll flash the coin in front of him, like back to Salome.
Yeah. He reaches out and snags the coin and says, get lost.
Oh, well then. Good night to you then.
What a jackass!
I take note of the name tag, ID, and then when we take this place over, he's the first one getting fired. It's like that you stop to help a homeless man, and you show up to your job interview, and the homeless man walks in. No,
So
that didn't work out.
That guy is not a bro.
he's not a
No,
He takes his job way too seriously.
you do not break the bro code. How dare.
That's fucked up.
His name is Adam Jensen, badge number blah blah blah. We are firing him once we own this place.
Duly noted. Well,
Which honestly, in hindsight, is a bad thing because we do want people like him on our side.
Yeah, people that are going to enforce the rules.
People who are going to actually
Actually,
work for us.
Maybe,
You know what? Never mind.
Maybe
give
we
him a
have to
raise.
make him captain of the guard, actually.
yeah, unfortunately.
We undercover boss the shit out of him.
Yeah.
That guy's getting a
Dumb.
raise.
Yeah.
Actually, no. He took a bribe. Like he didn't like act on it, but he did take the bribe. That's a first step in the wrong direction.
Okay, I think the
He
the real
discouraged
tell
future bribes, though.
the real tell will be: does he keep that coin, or does he report this to somebody?
We'll see.
Because if that coin goes back into the business, or he reports, "Hey, this guy's trying to bribe me," okay.
He takes that coin home to buy food to feed his starving triplets.
It's triplets!
All right, we have to keep him.
You had to break out the triplets. God damn it. Fine. He'll be captain of the guard, but I won't
They're
like
all
it.
in crutches, too.
That is way too close to home. Not cool. All right. Well,
Well, that didn't work.
it was a noble effort. I'm going to look increasingly like I'm becoming disinterested to keep up the charade. However, we may need to move to Plan B.
Something discouraging our current course?
What?
I said something discouraging our current course? Oh, do you mean getting downstairs?
To get downstairs, yes.
Right.
This might be a really bananas
Are you gonna slap
flashback
me again?
situation. No, I'm going to discuss this with you for a moment, and then I'm going to flip my fan open, not completely closed. I don't want Grackle getting antsy, and then walk away.
And I shall walk away the other direction, dejected. Shall we meet at the top of the roundabout?
Perfect. Keep up the charade, walk away, and then meet up 5 minutes later and continue the conversation.
Fume shoots daggers at the bribe guy as he's walking away, dejected, like, oh, fucking. The look, not actually throwing daggers at him.
They could go either way in this game. That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Do we go bananas, full Ocean's 11?
I didn't bring a dog suit.
Not a dog. I'm thinking.
No, I said I didn't bring a dog suit.
Yes, but I was thinking a suit, as in a suit that looks identical to the guards that go back and forth with the money, and perhaps a semblance of sort of the same lock boxes, and say we got a really big one from like a high roller situation that we need to bring down.
could do something like that. I would say if we want to set up for that, it would be are you both gonna disguise yourselves, or just one of you?
Oh, the funny bit here is to have Grackle come down and carry the lockbox, which is holding Fume inside of it.
We're on the same page.
Going full Ocean's 11 Chinese acrobat in
Yep.
I'm not even acrobatic, I'm just small.
Listen, sometimes it's a benefit.
Yeah.
Make sure you use your snorkel.
I'm gonna say if we do that, it'll
Jason
be a
Mendoza.
It'll be a 2-stress flashback, and we would need to. I'd say we mark off some load for that. Probably.
I'll eat that stress and load.
Okay.
I'm here for Plan B's.
Yeah.
Grackle's ready for
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
I feel like Grackle got let off the leash last game or last job, and so now she's been relegated to Plan B's for a while because we can't just let her off the leash every time.
She's
Yeah.
relegated herself to Plan B's.
It's
Glass thinks
so-
we should just let her off the leash full stop, but
Fume thinks the same.
I'm not the
Talk
responsible
to her!
There's a reason why she
She
came to
doesn't
Salome.
Wanna talk to us, Salome.
So I think yeah, we'll do stress and load. we're hiding Fume inside the lockbox. So Fume and Grackle get down. Salome would be stuck upstairs.
I'll actually eat the
That's
load
okay.
on this one, because I can call this a gadget. I have an idea of how we smuggle the lockbox in.
Okay. And then I will probably need a roll to. I'll give you a bonus die on the roll for this because you've sold this pretty well. But I think just to pass yourself off as one of these guards, because you clearly do not work here. We'll just need
I feel like this is part of the reason why Grackle is dressed so simply, so that she can just switch out a few items and easily disguise as whatever is needed at the time.
So I think this would be another sway, because that is disguise is under that. So I'll give you one die just for free on this. And then anything else anybody wants to add for assisting or pushing yourself. Or
What do
anything
you
like
have for sway, Grackle?
0. Zippo.
Okay.
Nada.
Can you pay coin for other people's checks?
normally the coin was a special thing for that. Normally when you spend coin, that's in downtime activity.
Downtime activities,
checks.
okay.
Yeah, I just had this because you were specifically offering money to this dude.
When I hit meager, I'm just gonna start rolling with my wealth. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'll assist with this roll and literally put the costume on Grackle.
Okay. So that
I
means
think she needs help.
Grackle will have 2 dice for this roll now, unless Grackle decides to push herself.
I'll push.
Okay.
Why not?
So 3 dice.
Fume, along with his outfit, is carrying a canvas bag, and he drops it to the ground somewhere discreet inside her. The bottom is solid, and it just folds out into a box, essentially.
Okay. I'm gonna call this a desperate action because you've already failed at this once trying to get past there, and if this goes bad, there's really not going to be a good way for you to recover from this. You're very clearly trying to break in if anybody catches you.
Yep. Okay.
So
So I'm gonna select my action. It's gonna be a sway. I'm gonna push myself. And
adjustments,
going-
you can add in another die.
yeah.
Yeah, you should have 3 for this.
Under adjustments, una más. Cool. All right, we're here for it. Ready?
I'm changing
Steady.
Desperate. All right, go for it.
Roll. Critical
Yes! Tuesday,
The universe.
This is what we do.
Yes, baby!
This is what we do.
Yes!
This is so fucking silly.
This is stupid, and I love it.
Yes.
I just,
Okay.
why does disguising Grackle work so well? It should not.
I don't know.
It's
Agent
because
47 face.
it's because she's Asia 47.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say with a critical success, if you want to come up with a cover story to bring Salome down with you, like you've detained her or something like that, you can do that too.
I also
I'm
wish to
gonna say-
impress this woman.
I'm gonna say that the cover story is that actually Salome owns the dog, and now she wants to go check on it and make sure that that other weirdo that was claiming to own the dog that she owned didn't do anything weird.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
So we cut to you explaining, you're holding the lockbox that has fume. You're pushing the lockbox that has fume inside of it. You're explaining this to the two guards as they're going. The one that took the coin's like, I knew something was up with that creep, and just had a look on his face like he was up to something. So I'm good on you, and I'm sorry, madam, for your inconvenience here today.
Not at all. No, I just really.
We'll make sure if we ever see him again, well, his face won't look the same the next time.
Not if I see him first. But yes, please, I do need to check on Puddles. So.
Right. Well, let you two go then. And you Grackle and
Now wait.
you escort Salome
Does
down.
this guy really deserve a raise? Was he trying to protect a lady from somebody who he thought was a real creep?
All right, Adam Jensen.
Is Adam
VIP in
Jensen
the
an
game.
Dude
ally?
walk up and be like, "Hey, I'm trying to impress her. I'm going to give you some coin. I'm lying to this woman. Here's some coin."
Yeah.
So
Was
I can
Adam
lie to
Jensen like,
her."
absolutely not, you fucking asshole?
We're back to good guy with triplets.
I think he might be. I think he might be.
He's a
good guy.
keeper.
Incredible.
I think he might be an ally.
Grackle hears the distinct sound of a bullet being loaded into a revolver.
The guard looks down. Well, I think some of the coin might be loose. Do you need me to re-secure it inside?
Grackle just shoots him a look like, excuse me? Like, what? Do you have any
Questioning
idea?
my job.
Nope,
Yeah,
nope.
like-
You head to. You go ahead. Go ahead. Never mind. You're good. You're good.
Just like the pure aggression. Just like,
Yeah.
hmm?
I imagine Grackle gives a really mean, scary face.
Oh, for sure.
The three of you successfully made it downstairs.
They're
as
down the
you-
hallway. The hammer just resets.
As you have successfully infiltrated the lower levels. Let's cut back upstairs to Glass.
Good job, everyone.
As you are walking, suit jacket in hand, a wine-stained suit jacket in hand, heading down to this guard.
I'm gonna sort of fold it over so you can't see the wine stain and put it over my arm. Oh, this is my nice blazer that I've taken off.
Yeah, the guard is kind of looking the direction you're coming because obviously the other one has just rushed off to the sound of what sounded like a gunshot or something down that way. And as you approach, it says, "Are you all right?
Me?
Yeah, you heard gunshots coming from down that way."
Oh, really?
happened?
I didn't hear anything.
Huh.
Sorry. Bad ear.
Right. Wait, carry on.
Oh, no, apologies. I'm here to see Master Breen.
Do you have an appointment?
Well, I don't. That's the thing. Captain Pansia sent me. It's sort of a surprise audit, as you were.
Oh. Right. I wasn't informed of a, Wait right here.
Then it wouldn't be a surprise, would it?
Go to make a roll.
It's Sway.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Yeah. We'll go with risky standard.
Come on, fellas. Okay. I rolled a 5.
Okay. Big success. He says, all right, wait here for a moment. I'll check with Master Vreen. And steps back into the room. Say a moment of pause, and you hear some muffled conversation from inside, and then the door opens again, and this guard steps out. I'm gonna roll a quick die check just to see where the other guard's at right now.
He's busy.
Just gonna roll one die. Big success. Okay, we'll say he's making his way back, but hasn't quite gotten back yet.
All right.
The guard that was at the door that you've spoken to opens it back up and says, Master Veen wasn't aware that Captain Pansy was sending anyone by, but he'll talk with you for a moment. Please come in.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
He closes the door but remains in the room with you. And as you look across the room, you see a luxurious, gaudy suite where the other ones were like, the suite that you were in just before was this like red velvet and golden like gold plated fixtures and stuff. It was all, again, the same kind of like veneer of luxury. This room seems to be more legitimate, and like there are like the finery. There's like a bottle of champagne cooling in a crystal bowl on the table. There are.
This man is embezzling.
Just saying that.
There's a beautiful like lounge area. Everything here is like genuinely gaudy and genuinely
top shelf
expensive. Shit. Yeah. And stepping back from the or coming from the other side of the room, from the balconies, where another guard is standing at the balcony, but it's not in the room, it's like outside, like on the balcony area. You see Vreen, Master Vreen, just as skeezy in person as you would have guessed, has is very like tanned skin, but the tan doesn't go below like his like collar line, like thick chest hair, really greasy like black hair, and he approaches you and he says, I wasn't aware that Captain Pansy was sending anyone out this way. What's your name?
Well, Master Vreen, my name is Iris, and I am just so pleased to meet you. Of course, you didn't know it was coming. That's kind of the idea. Captain Pansy is very excited about the investments that he's made in your company, and at the same time is a very careful man when it comes to his money. So, surprise! Right. I'm here.
Well, we've sort of worked through all the details already. I don't know what else he might be looking for. Tell me, I very much appreciate his investment. If he wishes to come by and see it firsthand and some of the improvements we've been making, be happy to do that. But I am expecting another appointment here shortly. So,
oh, of course, this will only take.
If I can pass on my good word to the captain, we can, make an appointment.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that. He, of course, is a very busy man, hence why he sent me. But I promise you, it would only take a couple of minutes of your time, just a quick look at your books, just to make sure everything is in order, and I'll be on my way.
Right. You know what though? So the books right now aren't here. I've have my accountant looking at them, so I don't have them here currently. But like I said, if Captain Pansy wants to come by and see his investments and we can talk numbers, I can be better prepared with the figures at that time. But an appointment
Master
unannounced, I just
Vreen,
don't...
that really sort of does decry the point of what Captain Pansia is getting at. So I'll just take a quick look at your books, unless there's a real problem that perhaps Captain Pansia shouldn't be aware of.
All right, I'm gonna have you make another roll. This one's gonna be desperate.
Yeah. Yep.
So we got the mixed success on the first one, got you in the door.
Come on, my man, work with me here.
We'll go with standard.
This is your second or third desperate. I hope you're marking that XP,
I
my boy.
am. It's a 5.
5.
The other one was a 1.
So he kind of like runs a hand through his hair and says, right, okay. Let's do it this way. I'll set you up in the room next door. I'll get everything ready. Like I said, I have another appointment coming through here. I don't really have time to comb over everything with you, but if you give me about 30 minutes, enjoy a race, put some money down on the dogs, we can go over it then. How about that?
You know what, Master Breen? I think that's more than fair.
Thank you. I'll have my guard here escort you next door.
Of course. Yeah, sorry, what's your name? Who do you feel like?
Martin.
I was going with Patrick, but okay.
Oh,
let's go with
Patrick.
Martin.
Patrick Martin.
Yeah. Patrick, Mom. Patrick Martin.
Wonderful to meet you, Patrick Martin and Master Breen. I truly, truly appreciate your hospitality. I want you to know that everything positive that I can report back to Captain Pansy, I will definitely be doing so.
Definitely. We'll talk more in a bit.
Of course, 30 minutes.
Enjoy the races. Yes, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And you're escorted to the room next door, which is empty. It's like it's a cheaper version of the room you were just in. You're given drinks and it's comfortable and you have the space to yourself right now.
Okay. Does he actually stay in his office right next door?
Yeah, I mean, you hear the door close. You kind of like listen out in the hall. You don't hear him leaving.
Send a ghost. Send a ghost. Sorry.
Man.
Do you want to give it a little bit of time, or?
I'm gonna wait because Patrick is here. Yes, Patrick is accompanying
He's
me.
back out in the hall.
Oh, he's back out in the hall. Okay, so I'm here by myself.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give it a couple minutes. I got a few minutes. See if he actually has another meeting, or if he's full of shit and he's just in there by himself.
Okay.
Scrambling to cook the books in 30 minutes.
Regardless, I've seen the inside of his office. We have our proof.
You step. You wait for some time listening next door to see what you hear. Let's cut back downstairs. In this moment, the three of you are you head down this flight of stairs to a short hallway that dead ends at an open door. You hear the sound of like barking in the distance, and like dogs in their cages in the kennels, like down the hall. So I'm assuming there's only really one way to go. So assuming you just keep the ruse up heading that direction. Okay. You head out the door here into sort of an open area, where you see all these kennels lined up. There are owners with their dogs down here, elegantly dressed like the night market elite, tending to their pooches. Just one lady, just like doting, like an older lady that's just like doting on this small little like terrier, and she's just like, it's a good little pooch who's gonna make me lots of money. And the dog's just like yelping up at her, next to like a Doberman.
He must
in
be
the
a
kennel
facile
next
guy.
to her. He's zooming.
Honestly, I hope he wins.
Yep.
It's a tiny giant.
Yep.
the placard on the kennel that's like it's like set in with like silver says his no, I was gonna say his name's Rocket, but the rockets don't exist yet, so I don't know what I would his name is Lightning.
I'm stealing Lightning.
Full
Lightning's
name,
coming
lightning
home.
in a bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
do you
gonna
wanna
say,
say?
and her family name is McQueen.
Queen.
Ciao.
Ka-chow!
Ciao.
Yeah, he's a little red terrier.
Oh,
and,
little guy.
yeah, Madame LaQueen. McQueen.
LaQueen?
LaQueen.
LaQueen.
Lightning LaQueen.
Lightning LaQueen.
LaQueen is short for Lightning McQueen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're in like the kennel area, but off to the side you can see a door. There's like a brick wall that has been built down here, and there is a like an iron set door against that wall, and there is no, I don't think there are any guards on the outside. There's just like this very heavy like metal door set into the wall there. It looks like it's like partially open.
So, do we leave a lockbox Fume in there to then poison all of the guards? Do we?
Yeah, I guess what is the were we just trying to get lockbox Fume into here? Or are we going to be sticking around to help out?
Up to y'all. I know what my plan is gonna be.
What's your plan?
What's your plan?
I'm gonna push myself to release some knockout vapors.
Okay.
The box just starts smoking. Fume is vaping inside the box furiously.
Wait till we get you in there, so. Okay, if that's the plan, then I guess Salome will wander over to the dog cages and look as if she's looking in on a. Can I roll a fortune roll to see if there's actually a dog named Puddles among some of the dogs here?
Yeah, let me roll.
Okay, cool.
Let's do. I'll give you 2 dice.
Great. No Puddles.
No Puddles.
Damn.
Is there one that would have that could be renamed Puddles?
I mean, they're all dogs, so yes.
Sure, there's one named Lightning McQueen.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she'll wander over and try to find the saddest looking Eeyore, and just cheer the
Act
poor
like
pup
he's
up.
yours.
Yeah, just cheer the
Yeah.
poor pup up a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, buddy.
There's just this sad, droopy little bulldog that looks like he probably is the slowest one of the lot, just out in the corner.
oh.
What's his name? Is it Bruce?
Reginald.
Grackle.
All these names are better than what I was going to come up with. So yeah, sure, any of those. I don't care.
Bruce Grackle Reginald.
The third.
Bruce G. Reginald.
Bruce G. Reginald.
Third.
Incredible.
I've changed my mind. I'm actually going to steal Bruce. But that comes later. Come on, a droopy, sad little bulldog.
Yes.
That's perfect for Salome. Perfect.
And he just sits in your office all day long and then like
Yes.
wags his stumpy little tail when you get
Yes.
home. Yep. Perfect.
Perfect.
Yes, I love him.
All right. So Salome heads over there. Do you head with the lockbox over to the vault?
Yep. I'm gonna leave Fume in the most advantageous place possible.
Okay. You head inside. There's a table with a couple of these guards sitting at it, keeping watch. All of them like have their pistols kind of like resting on the edge of the table as they're like playing cards. There's another door. It looks like this is kind of like a almost like a airlock, kind of like a secondary room to the vault itself, which is currently closed. And you come in with this this lockbox. One of them looks up, says, "What? You're a bit early."
Well, you know what they say about the early bird.
Right. Well, the guy stands up from the table, says, "Of course, don't you look at those." Looks at as he gestures to one of the others, and he turns away. You see that guard immediately like pull up his cards to like look at them and then set them back down. He walks over to the vault, pulls out a set of keys, unlocks it, pulls the door open, and you can wheel Fume inside to this. It essentially looks like this vault door is probably added retroactively to another room that used to be here. It's like it's been reinforced to function as a vault rather than being built with the purpose of being a vault. But there are all these lock boxes that are kind of like stacked up around the room. And you can just slide it in somewhere if you'd like. And does Grackle do that and leave?
Grackle's kind of like takes like one moment just to appreciate how shoddy this workmanship is. Like, ooh, this is pathetic. So then she just shrugs and.
You would do a roll for me?
Yep.
Okay.
Like what? Like what kind?
I was thinking I'm trying to remember what the difference between like a study or a survey roll.
Survey is more situational. Studies like you have like books in front of you, I
Yeah.
believe.
It's
survey.
Item, etc.
when you survey, it's more like intuition. Like
Yeah.
study is like
Yeah, let's
book
do.
smarts.
I think survey works here.
It's wisdom versus intelligence.
Sure.
All right.
Sorcerers and wizards.
Why am I surveying?
You'll find out.
Okay. What kind of roll is this? Is this a risky standard?
We'll go with risky standard.
Okay.
I'm scared because the GM is calling for a roll.
Oof.
I failed. That was a 1.
Okay. Yeah,
I rolled a 1 on that roll.
it's shoddy.
Okay.
It wasn't really me. Like in fiction, Grackle was looking around, so there was more information you might be able to get. But you kind of glance around a bit. You don't really notice anything. The guy behind you kind of gets a bit impatient. He's like, "You're just gonna stand there all day?"
Just moves. Doesn't respond at all.
You place the box with Fume in it off in the corner and head back out of the room, out of the vault.
I give him a little tap to let him know that he's been put into position.
And the vault door is closed behind you as you leave.
1 1,000s, 2 1,000s, 3 1,000s, 4 1,000s.
Where does Grackle head to? Does she go back to find Salome, or?
Is it going to be more beneficial for me to stick around? Do you guys want me to? Does Fume want backup, or should I go rendezvous with Salome?
I've got 4 guards to get through. That's up to you.
That's what I figure. Grackle's going to kind of.
You're currently Fume is in a locked vault, outside of which is the room with the guards.
Join the
and
card
then-
game.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to do. Grackle kind of like straightens her jacket and says, "Y'all need another one for cards?" Deal me in, I got coin.
The guards kind of look up at you, and then one of them shrugs and says, I'm just gonna I'll do a fortune roll to see how favorable they are. I'll give you 3.
They bust out the beers and the
Mixed success. They look up at you and it says, "You go for the coin."
Just like produces bag of coin.
Can I add a complication if it's a mixed success?
Oh, sure.
Sure.
One of them goes, but you play his hand.
I was gonna say that with the mixed success, you are actually gonna have to play this game. We're gonna roll to see if you make or lose some coin before we deal with Fume.
Cool.
So, you sit down to play some cards. Let's go to Fume really quick inside the vault. Fume, you hear the thunk of the vault closing and locking, and then quiet.
And 61 thousandths. Bop, bop. Shimmies out of the box.
Okay. You shimmy out of the box in this very dark room. Yeah, I mean it is pitch black in here.
He'll pull out burglary gear would consist of like some sort of light source, right?
Yeah, it'd be like a hooded lantern and stuff. Yeah.
Just like a candle and a match and light it up and
Sure.
put it somewhere on top of one of the crates. He's gonna survey the room looking for any sort of weakness that is not the vault door.
Yeah. Go ahead and go and roll survey.
Or actually, could I? Okay, because study is a person or document. Survey is a location.
Yes.
Got it.
So let's we'll call this is controlled. Standard effect.
Okay. I only got 1 dice in my survey, so 4 mixed.
Okay. Mixed success. You start looking around the room, the flickering candlelight, giving you a little bit of light, and you know it's like so. You move around to the side of the room, and you kind of like it looks like there's like metal reinforced walls, like this is a secured room. But as you touch it, like it kind of gives a little bit. You realize it's like aluminum walls. Like you could probably stick a knife through this thing with enough force. Like it is not very well reinforced. And as you're looking around, you hear as a hatch in the floor opens up, and you are face to face with a kind of a grizzled looking like a grizzled looking man with a large scar running down the side of his face. He
Not their own cob. Sorry, carry on.
As he's like pulling up a lantern and sees you.
Is he dressed like a guard?
No.
Fume is just gonna raise a finger up to his lips.
The man pauses for a second and says, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Same reason I think you're here? This is awkward.
Vreen didn't mention anything about someone else working here.
This is bigger than just embezzlement.
Oh, well, weird. I didn't get the memo about you working
He's-
here either.
Literally funneling the money out.
Oh my god.
Interesting. I spit in his face, knockout gas.
Okay, I was gonna say I need a roll here, but it sounds like you're gonna go the more aggressive route. Go ahead. What is this?
I'm gonna use a prowl.
Prowl. Okay.
Because prowl is... Oh, that's traverse.
Yeah, there's...
It would be hunt, then.
You
Or
could do...
skirmish. Skirmish is like short range.
Well, okay.
Like hunt is fighting at long
How
range.
savage are you
Prowl-
being?
Prowl is
Just reckon.
ambush with close violence, a backstab, throat cutting, blackjack, etc.
No one really expects someone to spit on you and
just
something
kinda
happening.
spit in his face. It's not like the location that this is coming from was not an ambush, but the method is a bit of an ambush. So I'll up prowl.
I'm gonna push myself one more time as well.
Okay.
Position risky standard.
Yeah, risky standard.
5, mixed success.
All right. Oh man. Okay. What is the effect on your?
It's the knockout one where you just go to bed, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed.
I'm trying to. I gotta pull up the.
I'm pulling out the PDF. Page 227.
Is it?
Meanwhile, Grackle outside. Go fish.
Is it
poison.
standstill?
Yeah, standstill. A powder that causes temporary paralysis.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not even knockout gas. It's just paralysis powder.
This is
Drawback.
literally what we did to Cobb.
I'm just gonna give you the drawback in this moment. So you take a level 1 harm.
Yeah.
I'm immune to my poisons.
Oh. Well, how will the drawback work? Hold on. So it doesn't.
The drawback on the person, because I'm poisoning them. Right? I don't know how that would work for...
I think that's what we did last time. Is like, yeah, you can use it on them, but it's not just totally benign and paralyzing them. You do 1 harm to them as well.
The item produces a dangerous, troubling side effect for the user, specified by the GM. A side
Right,
effect
but
is a
I have-
consequence and may be resisted.
I have venomous, which is choose a drug or poison from your bandolier stock, which is the small craft stuff.
So you are anytime you use a poison, there is a chance for a drawback to like there's a chance for something negative. You're immune to the paralysis part of this. You can still be affected by just the general drawback of the poison of using these concoctions. So you can still give yourself like you won't be paralyzed, but you can get a little sick from using them.
Got it.
So you can still resist the. We haven't done resistance rolls in fucking forever.
No.
But
We like consequences.
y'all didn't have enough stress last time to really risk doing a resistance roll on anything. But so Fume, you can resist this if you want, or you can just take the harm.
I will try and resist because I need my health.
Okay. So we'll do a resistance roll. So you automatically negate the harm. Harm is no longer an issue. But do your resistance roll to reduce the amount of stress you take.
Attribute is going to be, it's the lowest one, right?
Yes. Or no, it's just whichever one you want. Sorry, this one is just.
I would say
see.
insight because I would know how to
Well-
maneuver myself so that it doesn't affect me as much. Or is this a GM call?
I think it's for me. So resolve is mental strain and willpower. Prowess is physical strain or injury. So you're gonna roll prowess.
Got it. Is good.
So you reduce 5. So you only take 1. Yeah, you take 1 point of stress. So you're good. So you spit this poison at this guy. You feel a little bit of kickback from it. You've been using this a lot lately, so I imagine you're trying to feel some of the like toxic buildup in your system a bit. But the spit hits him, and he goes, "What the fuck was?"
Can I grab him by the collar before he falls?
Oh yeah, you just grab as he goes limp backwards, but doesn't fall back into the pit.
Now, let me tell you something about a paralytical agent. One, you can still sense pretty well enough alone, but you cannot move. So, this is going to be a great experience for you and I. How do you like darkness in small spaces? I thought as much. He'll shove him in the box he was just in and close it.
As you shove the box closed, you realize something. As he fell paralyzed, you heard like something felt like you heard a heavy like thump in the pit behind him as he came up, as you paralyzed him, and you look down and you see like this. It's just like kind of a narrow tunnel with a stairway that leads into some sort of like subchamber below. And at the base of these of this ladder is a sack of coin.
Interesting. Shoved them in the box. I'm gonna head down I'll take the candle with me, and head down the area. I won't pick up the coin, but I'm gonna see where this hall leads.
You reach the bottom and you realize this hallway doesn't leave anywhere. There's just a big room in here, or like I would say a cramped like 15 by 15 foot room, not really big. And there are two large crates, like a stack of crates on either side of the walls. There's no other exits from this room. And other than that, there's a table here with a chair and like a couple of books and some food that you recognize, like they probably sell upstairs too.
How the devil does he get out of here?
Waits till the end of the day. This is his job, dude. He sits down here, goes back and forth, takes
He
the money.
sits under the vault the way that you sat in that chest.
And then it just waits for people to leave. Interesting.
What's
Well,
in the crates? What's in the crates?
what is in
What's
the
in the
crates?
box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
You check the crates on one side, open them up. There's a bunch of coin.
Interesting.
You go over to the other side and check that crate. It's a bunch of coin.
Can Fume will go back up top and find a wall that's kind of... He's gonna restack some of the crates to give himself a workspace behind them.
Okay.
Take out a dagger and just start pushing into the aluminum and metal can opening it to see what's
Okay.
behind the wall.
Behind that is just brick. It's just the normal, the metal sheeting has just been put over it's like a facade over just a normal brick wall.
We have maps of sewers.
Yeah, we do.
He'll pull out that from underneath his vest, reference it. Can he find a area in which there is a sewer line?
Interesting. Okay. Here's what I will say. You can either spend stress to do a flashback to say that y'all had already mapped out everything in advance.
Because here's my idea. We station Snatch and Grab at the end of the runoff of that sewer line and just start pouring the coins into the drain.
Because as a cohort, we do have the underground maps and pass
You do.
keys.
Yeah. So you can either do it as a flashback, or I can just do a fortune roll to see if you just got lucky enough that you're close, or if you planned it out and did some work ahead of time to get that set up.
I have two.
I'll
stress
take the.
boxes
Can I take the flashback?
I think anyone can do the flashback. Yeah, it doesn't.
I'll
have
take the
to be done.
flashback.
I'm gonna put this.
I got
This is
nothing.
a pretty unlikely flashback. I'm gonna put this as a 3 stress flashback.
Can I use my remaining freebie to knock that down to just 2?
Your freebie.
I get a freebie. Oh no, that's to help someone else. Never mind. Nope, I take 3. Boop, boop.
Okay. So I'll say yes. You know that on the back of this wall, where you have, maybe the tunnel didn't go right up to it, but ahead of time you had dug out almost to the wall of the vault and knocked out enough of it that you could create a funnel to dump coin down into.
He's gonna start with that bag downstairs and then work his way around the crates.
Okay, the crates from the that the guy had down in the little
That's
pocket
interesting.
area.
The guy was going back upstairs with a full bag of coin?
I mean, he might have. Whoa. Huh. Yeah. Why?
So is he supplementing the coin from the crates?
Can I check the coins to see if they're for
Real?
Yeah, are
Yeah,
they real?
going to make a let's do a check for that. Probably another.
I'll do a study.
Maybe this is money laundering.
Well, study was
They're-
people, right? Or no, item with close scrutiny. Yeah, so you can do study.
The difference between study and survey.
Man, I am not
is
doing well.
Is like
they're
essentially
good. They're
the
good.
base.
Whatever. I'm taking everything.
Okay, I was gonna say you can either redo the roll. I would have put a risky standard. You can either redo the roll,
risky.
and take some stress, or you can
How much stress we talking about?
maybe 2 stress.
That's gonna knock me out. So no.
Okay, so you would just take everything.
Could I? Yeah, we'll take everything and sort it later.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I am going to roll a so you just start dumping coin down there. I'm gonna roll a fortune roll to see how long you've got. We'll do I'm gonna do 2 dice. Mixed success. Okay. You start loading. You start getting as much of the coin as you can, just grabbing whatever you can. We are going to cut away from that. Grackle's playing cards. Salome is playing with the dog. Glass, you're upstairs.
I am figuring out the best method for me to free all of these dogs and steal Bruce.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
Glass, you're upstairs in this box.
I sure am.
You've waited. It's like getting about like 5, almost 10 minutes. And you're starting to wonder, like, was he bullshitting you? And then you hear heavy footsteps coming down the hallway. Multiple sets of like heavy footsteps.
Okay.
And you hear a bit of a commotion out in the hall, and then hear a foom of like a door slamming open out in the hallway from next door in Vreen's room. And then you begin to hear shouting, like muffled, like, and you begin to hear just like this shouting on the other side, just angry shouting. And from the window of your room, you kind of catch a bit of motion as you see movement, and you watch as Vreen is pushed back to the balcony and over the balcony and then caught by his legs as he's dangling over the side. And holding him there, you see 2 big dudes with these like tattoos running down their arms, and leaning over him and growling down in his direction is a tall Skovlander gentleman that you recognize as Ulf Ironborn.
Wait, no.
This motherfucker from episode 1.
Wait. No.
Oh, he got in with Ulf's people.
Who
He's
looks
in
down,
deep shit.
who looks down at Vreen and says, "You son of a bitch. Where the fuck is my money?" And that's where we're going to end our session for tonight.
Oh, he is in it.
Oh boy.
Ulf Ironborn, huh?
Well, Fireborn, I thought we were never gonna see you again.
Oh, Ironborn. No.
I barely know Born.
No, I'm born.
We'll get there.
Wings went with me.
I was there with you.
You're perceived.
Oh.
What the
Me-
fuck?
Meanwhile, Grackle downstairs, go fish.
Go fish got me.
I put it down in chat, but I'm just saying, when we come around to actually rolling for Grackle to win some money here, blackjack is specifically listed
It's-
under
they mean the
the
weapon.
trowel. No,
Is
I don't
blackjack
care.
a weapon?
They
No, it is the card game.
To be the guy who says, actually, blackjack is a small club.
Actually,
Which is also in blackjack.
I got very excited.
My God.
Yeah, it's just the one card game they play in Dust
Yeah,
Bowl.
just the one.
blackjack.
It's just blackjack.
If you lose a hand, you get smacked upside the face.
All right, y'all.
This is why progress doesn't happen here.
I feel like we just started.
I know
Right?
things are getting tense.
I
there.
literally feel like we just started.
Boy. Let's go and do our end of session questions. Get you all some XP for this chaos that we've created on the fly. Let's see. Where?
Do you think if I pushed myself enough with Venomous, I could poison the town's water well?
Don't do that.
Maybe.
Why would you do that? No one with the point.
Don't do that.
All right.
Hindsight would see.
PC advancement. Desperate action rolls. We had some of those today. Everybody mark their desperate action XP.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Playbook specific XP triggers.
You address the challenge with a technical skill or mayhem.
I've realized that if you tell One More Multiverse that your role is a desperate action, and like
It
go through,
autofills.
you go through all of the you jump through all the hoops and everything. It'll spend the stress for you, and it'll do all of it. It'll do it all for you.
It
Yeah.
does do it all.
Mm-hmm.
My rec is at 4 now.
Hey!
Yay!
Yeah, mine would be a challenge with knowledge or arcane power. So I feel like
Calculation or conspiracy?
I feel like I'm bringing a lot of knowledge gathering into this. So
Okay.
Hell yes.
No vengeance today, right?
Nah.
I don't think we did. No,
It's coming.
No
we're teeing up
tracking, no
some
violence.
vengeance. Yeah,
Sigh.
not yet. Sigh. All right. You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Beliefs. I trusted you, Fume. I
Yeah.
trusted you.
It was a good idea but in practice, it did not pan out.
No, it was good.
That's what the dice are for.
Exactly.
We talked
it ended
about
up being
the
very
list.
funny that way.
It was fantastic. And we now know the head of this place once we take it over. So, Mr.
Yeah.
Adam Jensen, we
We
salute
talked.
you.
We talked about the list today.
We did talk about the list.
The list.
The list. If I'm gonna take a point in resolve that isn't command, should it be sway?
Could you attune to your grackles?
I refuse to take a tune. I want to get haunted.
Attune is spirits and the ghost field.
Yeah. I refuse. I refuse to do that.
So
Like
drunk
if I
grackles.
come across ghosts, I'm getting haunted, baby. Possess me.
I mean, I think consort is also good though, because that's all about like previous connections.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably right. Let's do that one then.
Cool. All right. And then struggled with issues from your vice or traumas. Still no trauma.
Not
Trying to Give
today.
you all some trauma.
I did struggle with my vice last time.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Don't worry, I'm gonna struggle with some trauma next time we play as I crawl through the chute into the sewers to escape the vault.
Oh man. The look on y'all's faces. It's like, why did he have the coin in his hand? Was great. I loved seeing that reaction, that realization, and then the immediately terrible roll for the characters to figure it out. So that was awesome. That's it for player stuff. Anyone advance?
I got a new playbook thing.
I did also get a new playbook.
Nice.
I put my
Yeah,
desperates into my playbook this time.
I took.
Oh wait, we didn't finish the job, so we wouldn't do crew stuff right now, right?
No, we do crew stuff.
Do crew XP every time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do it every time.
Yeah, no, there's a different process that we take for when we finish a job.
Yeah. So crew advancement. Van, you got the
Yep.
stuff up?
Execute a successful espionage, sabotage, or theft operation.
Not yet.
Working on it. Contend with challenges above your current station.
This is about what we normally do.
Yeah, this isn't.
Yeah.
This is small potatoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one.
Not yet.
Our
Not
reputation is
yet.
flamboyant and loyal, but we'll get there.
Not yet.
Okay. Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
Yeah.
Essential
so.
nature, for sure.
Essential oils for sure.
I'm gonna go this one for
Our-
that because
Our drives for sure.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Goals for sure. Goal.
Yeah, I think we
Goals.
did.
Goals, definitely.
I'll give us a 2 XP for those, I think.
Perfect.
All right, we're 2 off. 2 more.
Awesome.
I'm not gonna lie, I was really worried that Ulf Ironborn was gonna be the Baron. I'm like, he's showing up everywhere now.
Oh yeah. No, I can't have the Baron's not going to show up here. But I did think it'd be funny to bring our good friend Ulf back.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Oh gosh.
Boy. Well, let's go around, do stars and wishes, and did we put any quotes in? I don't see any quotes in the document.
I didn't even pull it up.
Oh, what I said Savvy was getting the quote for something. That Glass said.
Wait, is there
Yeah.
a doc? Do we have a doc?
Yeah. Did you ever make a doc?
I thought
Yeah, there's one in there.
there should be. I think.
Yeah. Hearts
Is it
of
in the
Stone
pins?
quotes. It's pinned.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been there since November.
Yeah.
We're
I even made the-
worst.
I even made the e-cursor park again, so you could, you know.
Aw.
I
you know-
don't. We didn't know it was there.
Yeah.
Had
Well,
no
you know
clue.
what? Next time, when we start next time, when we're
Chat
grabbing all our
scream at
links
us.
and doing everything,
Yeah.
we'll open up the quotes as well.
I
What
do
did we decide
remember.
we do if your quote is
the,
picked? Did we decide losing stress or getting an XP?
I think it was an XP.
Yeah,
It's
y'all
an
gave me an
XP.
XP one time.
Okay.
I do remember basically what I said was that a man who wears that many rings clearly has issues. It was like-
Something, yeah, along
Yeah,
those
it was
lines,
it was
yeah.
something about like
We'll give it to Glass
a
this
man
time.
who wears that many rings like isn't
like a decent person.
yeah it is like very clearly trying to like show off that he has wealth that he doesn't. I don't know, I said it in the moment.
I'll give it to you because I remember being good in the moment. So let's do that.
Thanks.
And let's
It's recorded, it's there, you can go back and watch
yeah.
it.
And we'll remember for next time to start do quotes.
I don't think we realized that the
document was in there.
existed. Whoops.
Listen, even I didn't realize the document was in there, so.
All right, let's go around and do stars and wishes. Van, you want to go first?
Yeah, my star is gonna go to RJ, for the extreme confidence that you had in the bro code and the plan that these guards would go along with it, and the subsequent letdown. It was very good to watch, and it would have been cool if it worked. But the way Fume handled it, not working, was also extremely good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that whole sequence was extremely funny and fun, and I liked it. My wish is I'm getting my hitman wish right now. I'm hitmanning it to a pretty extreme degree. My wish is I want to this is like big brain stuff, like big campaign stuff, but I want to take some time to go back to the Dimmer sisters and see just how confidential they are about the other people that come to visit them, and maybe if I can make some more friends in there, that'd be cool.
We'll see.
I like them and I want to go back there.
Well, you'll probably have to go back there one way or another. They are on the list. So, awesome. Thank you, Van. Sid.
I think my star has to go to Glass and just putting the press on this slimy motherfucker in the... Iris is perhaps the nicest, like, sweetest character we have seen Glass come up with so far. But still being the hard line of, no, I think we're gonna fucking do that right now. So give me your goddamn books. It was great. It's just a lovely little juxtaposition of, hi, how are you? I will break your fucking knees if I can't see your ledgers. Like, it was...
Like every auditor I've ever met.
I was really trying to channel just the real auditor energy of like, okay, well, you do have to tell me, so.
Yeah, what was really fun about that role is if you got a mixed success. If you had failed, Ulf Ironborn was probably just going to show up right then and there in the room with you.
I was literally
shit.
just about to ask you that of like, was he
And
just
then-
gonna show
Yeah,
up?
and if you succeeded, then you might have been able to get out of there before he showed up. But
No, it's
mixed
fine.
success, yeah,
This is the most interesting of the three, I think.
yeah. Good stuff. Sid, did we get a wish?
No, my wish. Wish would be... I'm just really waiting for a lot more of the backstory stuff to converge, really across the board. I think we've definitely seen some convergence of Grackles. We've seen a little bit now for Bertrand, aka.
Don't use my government name.
Don't use my Christian name. So yeah. I'm looking forward to a little more backstory fuckery for Glass and definitely Salome. Salome needs to get hit hard. Yeah. Looking forward to it. And that's me.
Perfect. Thank you, RJ.
Hello, everybody. Stars and wishes. I'm going. Oh, man. I have so many stars because everyone did very well. So, thank you to Sid and Salome for going along with my silly plan that did not work. I think that was a good outcome, actually. It was very funny. So I agree. Just Fume and Glass being in sync, at least at the start of like the survey, was a very cool image in my head. Like they've done this before. They are, the boys on the ground doing their thing. And then Grackle, the betting. That's some great character stuff. I love it. I also want to know, why the fuck is he bringing coins up? So that's my star to Val as well.
I need to know.
My wish is to find out why he's bringing coins up, but also... I want to get into some more hijinks. Like, this is pretty low beans, as people have been saying. I want to get up to some shenanigans with some higher tier foes.
Yeah, I think this was a good, like, I was excited when y'all came up with this job because I was like, it was nice for y'all to go, like, to punch at your own weight class here a little bit, because y'all have been
For
kinda,
once.
y'all have been kind of punching up really, like, you broke into Ironhook prison, and what was it before? What was the job before that?
The drug heist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all have hit some pretty high tier and like targeted some other crews a lot. It's the first time you're going after like a business and not like a faction.
Well, the first time in a while.
First time in a while since like Cobb, I think.
Yeah,
Back
it's
to
nice for us to
basics.
scale things back again and get back with like the small potatoes. It turns out that the small potatoes are all together in a box and they're all just bouncing off of each other.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, the same factions kind of running in similar circles and stuff. So
That man in the box is my Cobb, and I'm going to set him up for this.
What do you mean? Cobb is your Cobb.
Cobb is your Cobb. If you steal another man,
You wouldn't give your pet over to the authorities, would you?
If you steal a man one more time,
You wouldn't download a man, would you?
It's that scene from Treasure Planet where the lightning strikes in the background. Fume is holding up Cobb. Can we keep him?
Yeah.
yeah.
Dear God.
Oh my god. All right.
Oh.
Was that it?
yeah,
That's it, yeah.
Okay, great.
It's Wings' turn.
It's Wings' turn.
It's not
Is it
it.
Wings?
Wings hasn't
Go
gone.
for it. Well, that's why I
Yeah.
couldn't remember if that was Wings' wishes. Those are RJ's wishes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, so sometimes I just chime in and it feels like I've had a turn. Star is gonna go to Whoopsie Doo. My new favorite thing right now is when two characters come together and they like do bullshit, and it's clear that they've done it before, and it's clear that they will do it again. Yeah, that's
Whoopsie-doo.
Whoopsie Doo. That's my new favorite thing.
How about we whoopsie don't?
Ouch.
We
Harsh.
we whoopsie do. We call it a whoopsie do for a reason.
The whoopsie do is our yes and.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yep.
No, we whoopsie do.
Yeah, we whoopsie do, and we whoopsie did, and we whoopsie will again. Anyway. My wish is for Grackle to start opening up to themes of, like, I feel like I've got a handle on what Grackle's overarching like arc needs to be, and I want to start pursuing that, because like ultimately her thing is that she's lost a lot in the past, and she refuses to get attached again because she doesn't want to lose again. But like her whole thing is gonna be that she has to learn that it's only worth it if you have something to fight for.
If you risk losing something, yeah.
Yeah.
Boy,
That's
could
like
her
the-
and Glass bond over that.
Yeah. That's like the bravest thing is like learning to love, and like that's brave because it's giving other people the power to hurt you. And so like her learning to love again, essentially. Not in the romantic sense, just in the, cosmic sense. That's my wish. Do it.
I would love
Sorry,
to
I
help
did
facilitate this for
that was
you.
very Moulin Rouge. I had to confirm that I knew the quote. The greatest thing you'll ever learn is to love and to be loved in
Is to
return.
love
So
and
you're
be
just
loved
having
in
your
return.
Moulin Rouge arc, I think.
I mean, I want to turn
If
this
Grackle
place into a
starts singing,
cabaret, so
Yeah.
come what may.
All right. That is it. Everybody's gone. We're done. Thank you everyone out there for watching. I think we're gonna figure out whether we're gonna be back next Saturday or not. I think we'll talk about that a little off air. But like I mentioned at the top of the stream, we are gonna have a few scheduling changes. Just because we're gonna have people out, or I'm gonna be traveling on the 20th and 27th, so we're gonna be doing a stream on the 16th and the 30th at 7:00 Eastern time. So be there.
Yes.
We're gonna do some makeup streams for this game.
You'll have us
so
for
we
2
don't-
Tuesdays.
Yeah, we'll be here
Internet.
for some Tuesdays, so we can, so y'all can enjoy us during the week, hang around, and we don't have to go a whole month before playing this game again. But join our Discord. You can get updates on our schedule. That's the best place to stay up to date. We post announcements there whenever our schedule changes and when we're going to be going live. I think that's it. So thank you to my lovely players for making this game such a joy to run, and give me so much material to work with. The way that these missions run is cool things don't happen until y'all are looking that direction, because I don't prep anything in advance. So if Fume hadn't gotten locked in a vault, who knows what would have happened about that. It's fun. Y'all are very easy to riff off of. So
I was about to say y'all are very fun to entertain,
yeah,
or easy to entertain.
easy to entertain.
Oh,
This
both
is
are
also
true.
No.
Val's just holding the keys and ooh, shiny! Look at this! Look
Shiny.
at this!
While I'm trying to clean up everything else over here, ignore my continuity. Look at the shiny. But thank you. You guys are awesome to run these for, and thank you everyone out there for watching. We will see you in a week or so. And until next time, good game and good night, internet.
Goodbye.